Yes, big up, people. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to 12th Man. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to this show, the Arsenal Roundabout. I think it's very fitting, to be honest. I'm so glad that I called it that because I feel like we are going round and round and round and not really finding our indicators to go left or right. That's what it seems to me. Big up to Guns. He's obviously raided. Lee Raid, Lee Raid, Lee Raid, Lee Raid. Big up and welcome to every single one of you that's joining from Lee Gunner Stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. To everybody here, make sure you hit a like and subscribe on this channel. Make sure you go to Premsy TV, do the same. Make sure you're following True Gunners TV with Brandon's content, and also make sure you're following Kenny Ken on social media. Make sure you're following Lee Gunner and Lee Reacts as well. He'll be on here. I have invited Northside. I don't know if he's going to come. I hope he will, but he's probably raging because Barcelona have just turned it around against Benfica. And to be fair, it sounds like an absolute madness of an ending. So we might get Northside. We might not. We'll see. Listen, people, do me a favor. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and that you're following the sponsors, Reality Raffles. Please make sure you click on the description. Basically, you can get a great opportunity to get to some football games. If you do want to come watch Arsenal or a stadium of your choice, then please make sure you go and check Reality Raffles. Make sure you're following them on social media as well, and we can get you guys to some games. If you really do want to go to them, of course, at the Emirates at the moment, I don't know if you want to be there, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. No Igal tonight. Igal's not well, I don't think, or he's busy tonight. I don't know, but he's not going to be joining us. He'll be back next week. Let's start with this super chat from Chaitanya, who says Cunha would be a good squad player to have. Get another forward in Duran along with him. And a lot of people are saying that Cunha is likely to be signing, and potentially he's the one that we're now going for. But only yesterday I was told that it was Sesko, and then the day before we were interested in Gyökeres, and the day before that it was Victor Osimhen. So there's a lot of rumours flying around, but I'm not quite sure that anyone really knows what's going on. The Zubimendi deal has gone quiet now because everyone's lapped that up that we're getting him in the summer. Look, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be so negative. Maybe we'll do something in the coming days, but it's got to the 22nd of January and we have done another. Manchester City have signed today their fourth signing of the window. They're a serious club that need a lot of support at the moment. Two defenders that they brought in, Marmoush, a player that we should have signed, and also they're looking at midfielders as well. Douglas Luiz and Cambiasso being linked with Manchester City. And people say Liverpool haven't done anything. No, they don't need to. They're in quite a good position. They won again tonight, I believe. They're in a position top of the Champions League and top of the table. They're in the Carabao Cup semi-finals and still in the FA Cup. So why do they need to go and sign 5 or 6 players? Arsenal are the team that need to do it. And unfortunately, we ain't getting anything through the door. Look, I was going to start with Kenny tonight, but I got a message from Brandon to say, I need a rant, Dan. Could you come to me first? So I don't know what you want to discuss, bruv. So I'll let you just vent a little bit before I bring the other two in to start with.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. I know the rest of you are feeling this as well. Right now, I just feel dejected, Dan. To be honest with you, yeah, I'm embarrassed to even call myself an Arsenal fan right now is embarrassing. Let's just be honest about it. You know, you got all them positive merchants out there saying, "Oh yeah, but just be happy we're second. We're still in with a chance of winning the league." Well, let's just look into this, right? And this is the annoying thing. This is why I feel embarrassed. Yeah. Not just because it's Liverpool that are top of the league with a manager in his first season, but also when you look at the league, we are still in with a shout. Like it or not, we are. It's 6 points. Yeah. 9 points potentially if they win their game in hand. That isn't insurmountable. That isn't like ridiculous like points totals that Arsenal have got to make up, really and truly. You know, when you think about it, Liverpool this season, I did my research this week. Liverpool this season haven't been able to string more than 4 wins together without dropping points. The difference being is that Arsenal haven't managed to string more than 3 wins together without dropping points. Now, if you look at Arsenal in the last 2 years when we was fighting Man City, we was putting 8 games, 10-game consecutive wins together before dropping points. So it's quite embarrassing, really, that this league is still pretty open, really, you know, and we are still within a shout. But where's the ownership stepping up when we need them? When the manager needs them. You know, they've gone through this down this road of bringing in a manager with no experience, going through the trust the process, build the squad up. 5 years they've given him all this money, and now it's time to give him some extra money, and to actually like people say he's been backed, and he has been backed, but I mean properly back this guy. Yeah, when his back is against the wall, let's be real. We're looking at our squad now, and it's very, very thin. Not just because of like injuries and stuff, but because we've messed up in terms of signings in the market as well. When it's time for these owners to actually sit there and put their hands in their pocket and say, "Look, Mikel, what do you need? What are they doing?" And the thing is, Dan, right, is people can sit there and say we're second, it's not that bad, it's only 6 points off Liverpool. But if you look down the other end of the table, there's also 6 points separating Arsenal in second and Newcastle in sixth. Now I'm looking on my shoulder and I'm looking at Nottingham Forest in third. At the moment, they're in better form than us. They play better attacking football than us. Now it remains to be seen whether they can keep it up for the rest of the season or not. But I'm looking at a team that are in better form and play better attacking football than us. In fourth place, we're looking at Chelsea, right? Chelsea was a team that everybody looked at this season and said they might do well, but they won't win the league because their defence and their goalkeeper is not good enough, right? Chelsea have only conceded 4 more goals than Arsenal this season in the league, by the way. With Sanchez in goal, and a back line that is chopped and changed week in, week out. Also, with a new manager and a young squad, which is two of the excuses that Arsenal fans used when Mikel Arteta was first put in charge of Arsenal. He's a young manager, and it's a young squad, right? But I'm looking at them, and they're out in January signing players. Now, regardless of whether you rate the players that they're bringing in or not, or whether you think that they're going to be any good, they're actively looking to improve their squad. Then you look at Man City, fifth place. Does anybody need to say anything? They've had a bad 6 months. Yeah, we know what they've done in the past 3, 4 seasons, 5 seasons. They've had a bad 6 months. They've gone on a streak this season where they've won one game in 14. And they've sat there and they've looked at it. And rather than sitting there going, do you know what? We're going to wait till the summer. We're going to write this season off. We're going to say it's just a bad season and we're going to go again in the summer. They've just gone and done nearly 200 M's. They've brought in two defenders for the future. They're on about bringing in another midfielder, Douglas Luiz on loan, right? And they've just gone and signed Marmoush, who's absolutely killing it in the Bundesliga right now, right? Then you look at Newcastle. Now, Newcastle is the one team out of all of them that I've named that probably won't be active in this transfer window. However, Newcastle's midfield, in terms of their overall midfield and the depth that they have in that position as well, is probably one of the best out of all six teams that I've named, including us. And they also have a striker who is the most informed striker in Europe right now. Then let's look at Arsenal, right? Arsenal. Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. We can't string more than 3 wins together in a row without dropping points. We're struggling to score goals consistently being the main point. The squad is decimated by long term injuries to key players like Saka. Our manager has told us on a number of occasions the squad is light, and he admitted over a week ago that we need a forward. Yet we sit here on the 21st of January with no new signings. In fact, there's not even a sign, really, that Arsenal are going to go out and do anything. Because all this rubbish surrounding Cunha, as you said in your open monologue, Dan, we was hearing this about Sesko yesterday. We was hearing about Gyökeres the day before. Really and truly, this football club just needs to make up its mind and say, this is my target, this is what we need to pay, and get the checkbook out and just do what is required. For God's sake, if Sesko is your man, regardless of whether I rate him, Premsy rates him, Dan rates him, Kenny rates him. If that is your guy, go and get him. We shouldn't be sitting here, Arsenal Football Club, big Arsenal Football Club, going, oh, well, he doesn't want to leave Leipzig. No, mate, you either come now or you don't come at all, and we'll find somebody else who can. That's how a big club moves. You know, it's not like there ain't options out there, Dan, and this is the annoying thing, right? And when you look at the fact that we're desperate for a number 9 and we're hearing strong links to Cunha, well, Cunha isn't a number 9. He's kind of like a half 9. We've already got 2 of them. Jesus is a half 9. Havertz is a half 9. He's not a number 9, but what I would say for Cunha is he's the perfect player for this manager because he can play multiple positions. He's not exactly like ridiculously clinical in front of goal. He can work in tight spaces. I do think he's a decent player, but again, does he move the needle for Arsenal that much? Really? No. No, he doesn't. And I did a bit of research, right, about Kai Havertz and his shot conversion rate and his shot accuracy rate this season, right? Kai Havertz's shot accuracy rate in front of goal is 48%. His conversion rate is 16%, guys. 16%. Now you compare that to Gyökeres, for example, and I know he's doing his work in a different league, and it's, you know, different country, different league, etc., etc. Gyökeres' shot accuracy is 66%, nearly 20% more than Kai Havertz, and his conversion rate is 37%. That guy is scoring 1 out of 2 opportunities. That guy is clinical in front of goal, and he's got an £80 million release clause. Why can't Arsenal do that? Seriously, what are we doing here? If you're going to bring in Cunha, that's fine. But we need to bring in another one on top of that.
I agree,
Are we
Brandon. I
on...
think if we're bringing him Cunha, I'm cool with that. I don't. He's not my number 1 by any means. He's at least
But the
Premier
funny
League
thing
proven
is, Dan,
and
is we're
direct.
hearing
But
links,
we need a
right,
striker as well.
to this player and this player and this player and this player. It all lines up perfectly. Arsenal, and we know it as well, Arsenal will go and get Marcus Rashford on deadline day. I'm telling you that now, for a fact. For a
If we do
fact.
that,
But
if we do that,
the frustrating thing about it all is, like I said, this league title is still open. We still can win this league, you know. Or if we don't do anything, this is how like the fine margins that our manager talks about. If we don't do anything, we could potentially finish outside of the top 4. Let's be real about it. And then you look at the competitions that we've gone out of recently. It's disappointing and all the rest of it. But what we remain in is the Premier League and the Champions League. I really couldn't care less about that game tomorrow, purely and simply for the fact that I should be getting excited about that. The fact that it's Champions League, it's potential for Arsenal to, you know, qualify automatically for the knockout stages in a new format of the Champions League. We should be getting excited about it. I can't get myself excited about it, bro, because I know for a fact we ain't winning the competition with this squad. So why do I give a shit? But the club are quite happy to release new merch in this month. But they won't go out and buy as a player, but they'll release new merch. It's so
can't believe
frustrating,
that.
Dan. It really is.
Every time something goes downhill, whether it be a result or something in the fan base is unsettling, we've done it already with his Mendy's coming in the summer, and everyone's supposed to forget how crap we are on the pitch and go way, and then we'll pull out some other merch and we'll get another ex-player down, and it'll be like, oh wow. I went through the tweets yesterday with Judges, or maybe it was the day before. We just went through some of the tweets of Arsenal. I just put in Arsenal transfers in Twitter, and all it was happy birthday to our youngster. Happy birthday to our legend. Bergkamp's got a trophy. We're all celebrating as legends. Look at this with Wenger and Henry. On this day, we signed Trossard. On this day, we signed Aubameyang. On this day, nothing is happening in terms of transfers to report on. It's just a joke, man. But look, Prems, let me come to you. There's a couple of super chats I wanted to put in first. Big up Dan, the panel and community. Hit the like, subscribe. Yeah, come on, people. Hit the likes and subscribe. Big up to Such. There's over 1,000 people in here. So come on, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Big up to you, Such. Big up to DK. It says, I can't blame the Cronkies. If I was them and I gave my employee 700 million and saw the state of that squad, I wouldn't let him touch another penny. Where do you stand on this, Premsy? Because I hear a lot of people say don't give him another penny, but that means we're stuck with his squad and we need players. So it's like catch-22, isn't it? Where you at with this transfer window, man? It's a shambles, isn't it?
Do you know what? It's not surprising, is it? We've seen this time and time again. We've been close on many occasions, and we've just never got the 1-2 players that we needed to get over the line. So it doesn't really surprise us. If we were serious within the first week of the January transfer window, we would have went out there and signed someone. That's facts. I'm not having this Edu leaving the club and all that as an excuse, because you should be doing your work prior to the windows opening. That's the point of doing work in the background. So I think with Arsenal now, you're seeing that we're panicking and we're just trying to be linked to every Tom, Dick and Harry. If it was Sesko that he really wanted, and we've seen that he's put a bid in for him at the start of the summer window, and that's who you want, go and pay that release clause or pay whatever they want and go and get him if he's your man. If you don't want to take a risk on anybody else and you just want to bring in certain people to fill your philosophy, go and get him in it. Don't slack on it and then leave us short. Because at the moment, like off air, when Kenny Ken was saying that the game against Villa shows us where we're at, that's exactly it. That game shows us where we're at. 2-0 up and we walk away with a point at home. It's mad. You get me? And that's just been the story of our season so far. So it's one of them situations, isn't it, man? Like, I ain't expecting anything until man are picking up the shirt, you get me? And we need 2 free players, but we'll probably sign one and get one on loan, or the one that we'll sign might be on loan. And it's starting to become fucking, sorry for swearing, but it's starting to become a disgrace now, you get me? It's starting to become a disgrace. So I need to just wait and see what happens in it. Let's take it from there. Let's see if we get anyone over the line to come and help us, because if we don't, like Brandon's been saying, it's not looking good at all, is it? Top 4 might even be a little bit of a push as well. So
real talk, we could actually fall out of top 4. People laugh. There's actually like a realistic chance, the way we're playing and the way everyone around us is starting to pick up now, that actually we could drop out of this top 4. I'm not even going to lie to you, Prems. It's crazy. Imagine if we drop out that top 4. That's the only way that I can actually see the ownership doing anything about this manager. Because if he gets top 4 and wins nothing, he will stay, in my opinion, and he will sign that deal.
They have backed him, though. Like, a lot of man are on the owners, but the owners have backed him. They have backed him. He's not spent the money correctly, or he's not put the money in the right areas. He has some signings that he's brought have been good, and he has got us to a level where we have been challenging. But now, if he doesn't win the Premier League or he doesn't win the Champions League, surely you got to be looking at moving him on, innit? Like, really and truly, he's hit his heights. And yeah, at the start, didn't do well. Managed to get us to this position. But there's no harm in saying we need to go and move on from this guy, because now within the fan base, it's starting to look like this is an Arteta club now. You get me? It's starting to look like it was when it was Wenger. You get me? Where he's running everything. He's running the shots and he's unsackable. So obviously, we're going to have to wait and see what happens at the end of the season. But we definitely got to be looking at different candidates from now, because you got to be a proactive club. You can't just be sitting there resting on your laurels. We made that mistake once. I remember it was 9 years. We didn't win a trophy with Wenger and everyone was losing their shit. We're 5 years in now. We've got 1 FA Cup. You get me? He has done a lot of good for the club, in my personal opinion. But that doesn't mean that we can't elevate to a next level and somebody else can push us up and get the best out of these players that we got, because some of the decisions that he does make on field is fucking ridiculous. You get me? I'm sitting at home thinking, Ross, I'm not even a manager and I wouldn't do that. So you got to question these things, innit? But like I said, time will tell, innit? Time will tell. It'd be all good me sitting here pulling my hair out, but really and truly, it's not going to do nothing.
Nah, facts, bro. Absolute facts. Before I come to Kenny, North, you good, bro? I should laugh, but what the hell's going on with both your clubs, man?
Yo, Northside scored a dagger in the last minute against his own team, you know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess you're not happy, bro.
I'm beyond the caring anymore, bro. I'll be real with you. Like, I just don't even care no more. Do you know what I mean? I just ain't got patience, bro. I ain't got patience anymore. It's one of them times where when I was under 18, it'd be great because I can get into a fight, have a punch up, and I don't get locked up. You know what I mean? I just get told off by my mum. That's the great thing of being under 18. Just have a good punch.
Nah, bro. You go Juvie, lad. I don't know what ends you're punching man up in, but you got his Juvie down here, lad.
Around here, they need not to snitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, they need not to snitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take the punch up, whoever wins, and that's it, bro. It's good, bro. I'm telling you, we need that back in society sometimes. We need to, you know what I mean, to get the stress out. But about Arsenal, this manager was telling us today, we're looking at bringing back players that are out on loan. Fabi Vieira, there may be an option of getting him back on loan. That's what he said in his press conference.
What?
Oh, well, this is oh, bro. I hate Arteta, bro. I wish bro, if I ever met him, bro, I would cuss him out, bro. I swear
What was that in the press conference today? You said that?
Yeah, he said we're looking at the option of bringing back Fabi Vieira. There's an option of bringing back players that are on loan.
And Reece. He never actually said the exact words, we're going to bring them back, but he was asked a question about players that are out and players we can bring in. He said, there's options. And he mentioned them too.
What's wrong with the way this manager answers questions, by the way? Because he makes himself look like a right pleb, doesn't he? Let's just be real. I know there's like stupid questions he gets answered, but it needs to be media trained to get Arteta.
Did you hear what he said?
You know what it is? He thinks he's too smart, innit? That's what it is. That's the actual thing.
But Premzy, he was asked about playing, and this was probably the best question in the press conference. They asked him, don't you think playing Partey at right back is taken away from our game? And you can see Arteta when he gets like, why are you asking me a hard question?
Yeah.
And he was like, but we don't have any fullbacks. That's the first thing he said. We don't have any fullbacks. Yeah. Then he clocked, we got Zinchenko and Tini on the bench. Then he said, no, we don't have any right fullbacks.
Timber could have slotted in there. Kivior could have come in.
But then that's what he said. He goes, but we only had Timber. We only had Timber for one game. Okay, cool. Then he said, we can't play against the winger. You can't play a player that's not right-footed. Okay, cool.
Yeah, against the right winger, you can't play a right-footed fullback. He said. So why has he played Timber at left back this season then?
How have you played Moreno in the 10? How have you played Trossard in the 10? How have you played Havertz in the 10? How have you played Jesus on the wing? Are these players got the attributes to play in those
But
positions?
it doesn't surprise us, innit, though, really. It doesn't actually surprise us. Look what he was doing with Granit Xhaka. He was playing him at left back, weren't he? He's got a habit of playing midfielders out of position. And this is it. This is where now I'm starting to get really pissed off, where if man don't win the league, now I've given him the credit. I've given him the benefit of the doubt and the credit for getting us to where we are. But, you got to call football as you see it and as it is right now. You get me? You can't just always look to next season. You get me? You just can't always do that. So right now, like what you man are saying, like generally we had that podcast on my channel as well, and we were saying, I said, when we're ready, episode 2 is gonna come out, that's real quick. You get me? I'm gonna be on you. It's gonna be on you, bro. Northside looking. You need to take 2 zips, You're looking like your red's gonna explode,
Northside is done, man. I get why it's done, man. I didn't watch the Benfica game, but
that game was lit. I can't lie, that game was lit.
5-4 in the last kick of the game, man. I can only think of what you were like on that 96th minute, bro. But listen, sticking to Arsenal, let me quickly ask you, North. Cunha being linked. What are you saying?
But this is what I mean, bro. Like we're like the contestants on Love Island, where nobody's picking you, so you just pick whatever chick that's nobody's picking just to stay in the game. What? That's who we are. We pick whoever contestant to just stay in the game, bro. It's not the bad bee. It's not the bombshell that came through that everyone's looking at. Nah, the fat thing that's looking crusty, looking finished, looking like a dinner lady. We'll take you just to stay in the game. It looks like we're putting effort in. That's what we do. We're not serious. We're supposed to be getting, bro, how many options did we have in the last 2 years? But we're talking with Sesko. Why are we talking to kids? Why are we talking to kids? Do you know what I mean? I don't understand. This is what we always do. I'm done with both. I'm done with Benfica. I'm done with Arsenal, bro. I'm done with both, bro.
Hala Madrid, nada más. Hala Madrid.
Bro, no, I will go to Madrid because I don't deserve this. Yeah, I don't deserve this. I'd rather be in Colombia dodging bullets than dodging the smoke I have to dodge for this club. I'm not dodging no smoke. They can go down with me, bro. This club can go. I cuss this club because they can go down with me. All the smoke I have to take, they can take the smoke as well. Because I've been taking the smoke for 20 years. I'm tired of this. Why are we looking at loan deals? Why do you think you're justified in playing Partey right back, but you've played 5-6 players I can name out of position and they ain't worked? And they never had the attributes. I've never seen a manager play a DM in number 10. And then you're talking about attributes to play for certain positions. Well, there's a reason why Zinchenko is frozen out of the team. because he doesn't fit playing as a fullback. Why didn't you play him as a number 10 when Odegaard was out? Now Odegaard's available. Has he been putting in good performances? Oh, no, he hasn't. Then he's talking about, bringing in, because they asked him about one of the youngsters in training, and he said, but, there's so many regulations for young players. Regulations? You decided not to play Ethan. You were playing Ethan 10 minutes after he was the one getting us through in the cups. Man of the match against Bolton, man of the match against Preston. You benched him. Yeah, you benched him. It's not that we couldn't play him, bro. You benched him. And you're only playing Lewis Skelly now because all your boys are now injured, bro, or they're not good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? You invested how much money in Calafiori, yet we look more solid with Lewis Skelly at left back. How does that work? You've invested all this PR and given Odegaard the number 10 and the armband and all of that, and yet Ethan is more effective as a number 10. This manager is arrogant, bro. I believe in what I say, but when I'm proven wrong, I can put my hands up and say, do you know what? I got it wrong. And today, I was ready to say, I thought Benfica was going to hold 8-2, 8-1. When we was winning at halftime, I said, yo, if we win this game, no problem. I will say I was wrong. But I was right. I was right. And once again, with Arsenal, I'm right again. There's no ambition. They're asking him questions in the press conference about what songs were you playing at the halftime? Oh, we was playing Brazilian songs. Bro, I don't give a shit if you're playing Brazilian songs, yeah, and you're getting the players to come out in thongs, and all of you lot are pickpocketing from the back. I don't give a shit. I don't care about this zesty panleiro Brazilian stuff in the changing rooms, bro. I don't give a crap if that's what you lot are into. Go out there and get us the effing 3 points and get us over the line to get trophies. I don't care about what you're playing in the changing rooms. Why are you playing Brazilian music in the changing rooms as well? I speak Portuguese. There ain't no Brazilian music rocking in my car. Do you know what I'm saying? What are you man doing, bro? Most of them tunes are for the girls. What are you doing? I don't give a crap about what music you're listening to, bro. This favela zesty transformer music in the changing rooms. I do not care, bro. Win me a fucking trophy. I'm tired of this, bro. I've got no patience, Dan. Real talk, today I've not got the patience, bro.
No, I'm feeling it, bro. I feel it.
Thank God we got a good panel here. Do you know what I'm saying? I do not have the patience, bro. I do not have the patience.
I feel you.
To live for right now, I'm telling you, if I had nothing to live for right now, I would be looking for a fight, bro. Because I really want a good punch up, bro. That's how I feel right now. I am fuming, bro. No, I am fuming. I am fuming. That was disgusting. I know it's not a Benfica show, but bro, I'm fuming, bro.
I feel you.
Yeah, but it's a resemblance of Arsenal. I hear what you're saying, isn't it? Like, Arsenal could go 3-1 up and they're going to cock it up. We've done it so many times over the years watching our clubs here. Maybe not so much under this manager, but we have bottled it at times under this manager being in the lead. Yeah, we're 2-0 up against West Ham and bottled it. We're losing at home to Southampton 3-1 and that. So I hear it. Yeah, just to add on to that, yeah. They're playing music whilst they're training. It's not just in the dressing room. It's whilst they're training. Yeah, I see a video earlier, yeah, where Calafiori and Ethan have come back here, and they've done a whole guard of honor for him. Yay! Is this a kindergarten? Yeah, and we're playing music, right? Tommy, you didn't put jelly in the shoes today, so you can get first pick on the music. Yeah. If you behave and you put a good song on, you can have a fruit shoot and some jelly and ice cream. This is what it comes across as. Yeah. How about win sign, mate? Yeah. Let's talk about Cunha, by the way. Why are we trying to sign a geezer who's not an out-and-out striker? Why? We need a striker, mate. If we're buying him to play where Marino plays, cool. I'm cool with that. Or where Odegaard plays. Yeah, and put Odegaard in the 8. I'm cool with that. Or you could go Partey, Rice, and Cunha. Cool. We're buying him to be a striker. He's not going to do anything more than Jesus. Yeah, he's a good player.
I must admit,
but he ain't a striker,
Dan. 9 thing again, isn't it? False 9 thing again, man. He's obsessed with it. If it ain't Jesus, it's Havertz. Now we need someone because Jesus is out.
We could add him to the ranks, though. Like we could add him, but it's not just that we need. You get me? We need a killer.
Exactly. We need two. We need him and
because
someone
Cunha, the thing is with him, I can see him coming to Arsenal because he's a versatile player, and this guy he likes to get versatile players in it. He could play up front. He could play on the left. He could play on the right.
And when they're versatile, though, Premsy, they always end up injured. Yeah. Right, because they're not used to playing it. Like Lewis Skelly's a number 8 playing at left back. He's a number 8. We've done 38 mil on a number 8 who ain't any good. Yeah, and then we've done 40 on a left back who ain't any good, who's actually a centre back. Yeah, but he's got nice hair and he runs around a lot. Yeah, he's like a wild horse with his mane. Shut up, man. Like, and then we've got Zinchenko who's the number 10.
The bottom line of it is as well, yeah, we've not recovered from Granit Xhaka in midfield. The loss of Granit Xhaka, even though Even though we wanted him out for a lot of the time at the club, when we didn't think he was cutting it. The last 2 seasons, he was doing well for us, and we haven't replaced it. We haven't got somebody who can pass the ball and break the lines like that. You get me? And we haven't even got the players to run beyond for that pass anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you had an Aubameyang that were running behind. You'd have these players. Now we don't have it. You get me? Everything's to feet. Everything's too sloppy. Everything's sideways football. Everything's recycled. We're relying heavily on set pieces. Honestly, we need to pull our finger out real quick, and nothing positive's looking like it's going to happen. The only time I'd say the fans will get a good lift is if we go out there and sign like 3-4 players this window, and it's not impossible. If Man City can do it on 116 charges, why the fuck can't we? And that's all I'm saying, man. It's a mad thing, and I think the money's there. I think Arteta's the guy who's not letting the trigger go.
I think
that's
what
my honest
hear,
opinion.
we keep hearing that they want it in the summer. We want to get Sesko, but not till the summer. We want to get Williams, not till the summer. We want to get Zubimendi, not till the summer. What about now? Why are we always next season, man? We've got a Champions League and a Premier League to win, and we're not serious. That's what it is, man. But listen, I want to bring Kenny in, but before I do. Look, there's a lot of people I respect. Well, I respect everyone in my chat, to be fair. Unless you give it to my panelists, you will get kicked out. And if they miss you, mods, I'll do it myself. But we do get fans like Nasir, bless him. Why do people think signing players is easy? Pep is the only manager better than Arteta in world football currently. Arteta out are so lame. And the way these people act is like our team isn't second. Now, I don't like to call people out, Nasir.
No, let me call him out, Dad. Let me call him out, yeah? Let me call him out, yeah? Ancelotti's won 2 trophies this season, mate. That's one more than Super Duper Mick has in 5 years. Oh, but it's Real Madrid. Oh, it's Real Madrid. That's all I ever hear. Yeah, cool. Yeah. In the last 12 years, Arsenal have outspent them. In the last 5 years, West Ham have outspent them. Yeah, what are we doing here? Yeah, Xavi Alonso just got beaten tonight by Simeone, who's better than Arteta. Yeah, guess what? Yeah, so is Xavi Alonso. Yeah, there's so many managers, and I'll tell you another one. Yeah, right. When these people sit there and chat shit, yeah, and they do chat shit, yeah, and I'm sick to death of these idiots. Yeah, second ain't a trophy, mate. No matter how many times you don't convince yourself it is, right? First loser, mate. That's what second is. Yeah, and I'll tell you something. Yeah, there's a geezer at Olympiacos who is the current Conference League holder. That guy got sacked from Sevilla 3 months after he won a Europa League. After he was there 6 months, he was their third manager that season. Won it against Jose's Roma. Got sacked 3 months after. Went to Olympiacos. First season, won. Botafogo manager was at Braga. Won a trophy. Left. Went to Botafogo. First Libertadores, and he was there from last July, August. Yeah, won their first Libertadores, which is the Champions League of that area, right? And their first league title in 29 years. What phase is he in? How about go and get him? Yeah, how about go and get Al Ali's manager, who won at Salzburg, a double in his first season as a manager, then backed it up with another title. Then he's gone to Al Ali in Saudi. Yeah, he's only young. He's only 36. Yeah, guess what? Guess what, mate? Yeah, Salzburg ain't won a trophy since. So why don't we go and get him? Why don't we go and get Millwall's manager? Because it worked when we signed George Graham. Why don't we go and get fucking Grand Passate manager from Japan? Because it worked when we signed Wenger. You idiots have buried our football club, yeah? And I'm sick to death of these pricks, mate, yeah? I've had enough of it. Like, real talk. There are millions of people like this. Yeah, and DJ, you see him in the ground. Kenny, you see him in the ground. Yeah, Premsy, you see him in the ground. Chatting shit all the time. Shut up. The reason you latched onto our club in the first place is because we were fucking winning. Yeah, that's my
mate.
piece.
Do you know what?
Sorry for swearing, Dan, but no.
No. Don't worry. You do what you want on it. Like, this is the reply we get. Ancelotti is a flop Premier League manager. Look at his record at Everton. This is all I get whenever I mention Carlo Ancelotti.
How about look at his record at Chelsea, mate? How about that?
Yeah, exactly. Won a Premier League, man. What are we talking about? I don't get this, man. Honestly, I don't get it.
Mate, the Cronkies love them comments, by the way. The Cronkies are sitting there pissing themselves, going, oh, that's another transfer window. We've got them on strings again. Just pay Ornstein a little brown envelope. Yeah, and Fabrizio. Yeah, and Sammy Mockbell and all the other dickheads that sit in the presser. Yeah, easy work, mate, because this lot are out here doing up prop for Mateus Cunha. That guy ain't winning me a title. Get out of here.
Oh, shut up, Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
No, it's calm. No, it's calm, bro. Honestly, you don't need to apologize. You're saying what you think, innit? Kenny, let me bring you in, man. Where do you go with pointing fingers at this transfer window or lack of action? On the 22nd of January, we still haven't signed anyone. Do you look at the manager? Do you look at the owners, the board, everyone? Like, where you at, bro? Talk to me.
Well, I don't know when anyone's surprised because I called it just before Saka got injured that we're not going to be doing an activity this January, and I still stand by it. You know, it's a difficult. I'm not backing the club. I'm just saying that, you know, if clubs are still like in the, you know, got a chance of qualifying for the last 16 through the league stage, they're not selling their players to us. There's no Gyökeres coming to Arsenal at this time of the year. Not happening. No Sesko's coming to Arsenal this time of year. Maybe Cunha, but again, Mikel Arteta has made it abundantly clear that he only wants his first choice or not at all. People talk about, you know, Cunha not being a striker. Well, he's right up. He's right up, you know, Mikel's street. Mikel doesn't want a clear, you know, out-and-out striker. I'll tell you why, because look how we play. We don't get the ball forward quickly enough for a striker. We play a measured build-up to the extent that we don't just cross it for crossing's sake. It has to be a situation where it has to be a precise pass through the lines where basically we don't lose possession. Let's not forget how we lost the title 2 years ago. We lost the title because we lost possession in key areas and got done in the counter-attack. He's not having that no more. If that means not getting the striker that we think we should have, then not at all. So he's waiting for Sesko. In terms of other reinforcements that I do think we need, he's gonna say, well, I've got Lewis Skelly. What do I need to buy? Left back, left wing. You know, he's just gonna wear it with Martinelli and Trossard. You know, just hope they come into form. But for me, I just can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. But one thing we do agree with what some of the panel said as well. Mikel Arteta should be in the dock at all as well. I said it when Edu left the football club. If Edu leaves the club and Vinny leaves the club, all that tells me is that Mikel wants greater control over footballing matters. So if you've got greater control over footballing matters, you've got to have the accountability. You really have to, because of the fact that it's on you. Signings are on you. Results are on you. All the footballing aspect of the club is on you. And managers don't stay forever. The match going crowd will get him out if things get to an intolerable, way of things. Look what happened with Arsene Wenger. Who would have thought that one of our most successful managers, who's just slightly George Graham's slightly better than Arsene, the crowd's forced out in the end. It's not because they've got the banners out. They just didn't care anymore. Didn't want to know. It was a silent protest which was more effective than the rants, and it could happen here. You know, fans are not going to tolerate not winning trophies. Look at the reactions last week when we've gone out of the League Cup effectively and we've gone out of the FA Cup. Fans have turned their noses up. They're not happy with the fact that this season is probably going to end up with nothing. In terms of us still being in the league, only mathematically, Brandon, only mathematically. In terms of form, nah, not a chance, mate. We're not playing well enough in order to get 6 consecutive games where we're going to get 6 wins. I just don't see it happening. It's not even the fixtures. We can play anyone.
The point, though, Kenny. Like, there's 6 points separating us from Liverpool, but there's also 6 points separating us from Newcastle in 6th.
Yeah, but it's a mathematics. All right. You look at the games we've got. All right, Wolves are self-destructing. Just self-destruct, so we're probably going to win there. And then after Wolves, you've got Man City, a rejuvenated Man City, a 6-pointer. If they beat us, they're back into the title running. And then after Man City, who we got after Man City? We've got Leicester we're going to beat. West Ham are terrible. And then after West Ham, we've got Nottingham Forest. So these are the situations where you're going to get a couple of wins. Then you face, Man City and Nottingham Forest. And then we go back to reality. And then after that, it's Chelsea as well, who are a good team. So do I look at it right now? We're going to get to a situation where even if Liverpool do drop points, it'll be Man City rather than us. It'll be their direct opponents, because of 2 things. I'm watching a lot of games in the second half, especially in the last 30. The tank is empty. The tank, especially when it comes to like our midfielders, people like Declan Rice. I'm a bit critical of him, not because I've got anything against it. It was footballing reasons. But the last 2 games, I'd say one thing: that guy is going to be in an injury waiting for happen. I'm genuinely concerned about him because he's given his all. But in the last 10 minutes of Aston Villa, he was running empty. Martin Odegaard, no disrespect, and I'm not having a go at him. It's not personal, but because of his injuries, he's mentally thinking about the 50-50 challenges, and he doesn't want to know. I've had about 3 or 4 people who are sitting
He's been
around
invisible, Kenny. I can't lie, bruv. He's been invisible in the game.
Yeah, a lot of that is because he's still injured. He's still injured. Our manager's brought him back too quickly because of the fact that we struggle with that. Remember Newcastle away, we couldn't even create a thing. Right, next game, Chelsea, we brought him back out of necessity, but it hasn't worked out. The only good game he's had is West Ham. Apart from that, he's running on empty. And then Thomas Partey's legs are gone. You know, you could tell that when he plays at right back. Look, people say, how's he injured? Trust me, he's not fully fit. If you come back running all cylinders and you regain your form, then that would tell me that he's fully 100% fit. You can still play games and not be 100% because at the end of the day, footballers these days, they're not. If they're 80% fit and it's an important game and it's a necessity, the manager will get you on the field. Declan Rice don't look 100%. Remember West Ham? Sorry, Chelsea away, Dan.
Yeah, man.
I said, watch him in a warm up. What's the difference? What's the difference now when you see Declan Rice in the second half? When you see his hands on his hips when he's about to take a corner, the guy is completely on the red list. But we'll see it for ourselves. We'll see it for ourselves.
He's in different positions every game, him as well. And I know you and I have
had. I'm just concerned that it'll be injuries that will cost us, as well as our inconsistency, because
facts,
we're not consistently, how do I say it, right to win this title. So it's Liverpool's if they want it, and they can win it.
The thing is, as well, you've got the players that are crocked now. Timber's the next one, by the way. He's going to get crocked anytime soon because he's come back from an ACL and he's playing every single game. We've got no cover whatsoever, and he's being asked to play here, there, and everywhere. How many positions has Timber played in this season? Real talk. He's played left, he's played right, he's played centre back. It's just mad for me, man. But look,
that's what DJ, that's what he bought him, though.
Yeah, listen, he did. I get that, but we all know he's a right back. Do you know what I mean? So just play him as a right back because he's quality there. That's what I think, anyway. But look, DJ, big up for coming on, man. Really appreciate it, bruv. Look, I've got to say, I don't know where you stand on this transfer window, but you text me today saying Cunha, okay, but we need someone on top of Cunha. He's not going to be that guy that gets us across the line. I think Victor Gyökeres is the guy that I would want, but what do you make of the transfer window? Do you think we're actually going to do anything, bruv?
Well, Dan, first of all, thanks for having me on. I've been saying it all along. The summer transfer window is the one we should have really capitalised on, and we just haven't done that. People say Cunha. If you'd have given me a Gyökeres in the summer, I'd happily take Cunha in January. If you'd have given me a Sesko in the summer, I'll take Cunha in January. Not a problem. Cunha plus an established striker. He can play on the right. And to me, he would have been a good signing. But the fact that you're relying on this guy as your out-and-out striker with no one alongside him is worrying. And also this Cunha guy, he likes to get beyond defenders and make runs from deep. And we haven't got that player in midfield to pick that sort of pass out. It's too square, it's too laboured, it's too slow. So he's just going to get isolated all the time. So for me, Cunha, no. Going on to the league title, yeah, I mean, 6 points you would say is not a lot at this stage of the season in any sort of league. But I think, Dan, personally, the way we've been playing on a week-to-week basis in the league, I think we're in a false position in second. I think we're, I hate to say it, but I think we're punching above our weight this season in second place. I don't think we've been that impressive. I think we've nicked results. And Kenny was saying about the Wolves game away. I mean, we're struggling to beat Southampton and Ipswich at home. So, that Wolves game away is not going to be easy. No games are easy this stage of the season, especially when teams are down the bottom. And the thing is with this team that's been repeating throughout the season, when the going gets tough and the pressure's on, players go missing. The manager goes missing on the sideline when the pressure's on. And it's a real worrying situation we find ourselves in, guys. You know, and you're getting it from supporters, aren't you? Oh, well, look at Man United and Spurs. It could be worse. I don't look at Man United and Spurs. I look at Arsenal. I don't care about any other team other than Arsenal Football Club. And I look at the signings that Man City have just made. I mean, Man City have probably having their worst season for years. And they ain't on about. They've not waited for the summer. They've not waited for, you know, bang, right, this is what we need. Bang, 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 bang. Let's start our rebuild now. Let's finish fourth or third in the table in the Premiership. And then we'll see what we can do in the summer and go again. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Don't be surprised, DJ, if they go and win it, mate. Because
I was going to say, I won't be surprised if they finish above us. So what I'm saying is they've brought in new players now to go the rest of the season with. So those new players that Man City have brought in, they're gonna embed throughout the season. They've got January, February, March, April to get up and running. And that's without them probably signing another couple in the summer. So Man City next season are going to be stronger. And if we're relying on the likes of Cunha in January to go and compete with the likes of Man City next season, Arnie Snot's going to have a budget. Arnie Snot's going to bring some of his players in, because you've got to remember, he's not signed any of his real players yet. He's just gone off the back of Klopp's team and just tweaked here and there. I mean, I think he's only signed Chiesa. That's the only signing he's made. So he's gonna have a nice little purse to go and spend money in. So all these teams are only going to get stronger. So getting back to the original question, yeah, Cunha maybe, if we'd have done good business in the summer, I'd have happily have taken Cunha in January. But as it stands, I don't want him. In fact, then I don't want this manager to sign anyone. I don't want this manager to have any more money to go and spend. He's had more than enough money over 5 years not to be in this position. And I think by giving him players and by giving him the money, if he turns it round, you're just going to be stuck with him for another 5 years and you'll never get him out the door. Let him see what a quality coach he is by the players that he has signed. This is his club. This is his team that he has signed. Don't sign anyone. Show us your coaching skills and go and win a trophy. Because at the moment, we're miles off, Dan. I don't know what the rest of the...
Well said, mate.
I'm not defending Arteta. I just want to ask you a question. Would you say, I'm not defending Arteta, but just a question that came to my mind while my man is talking. It's the first time I met you. Big up everybody that is watching in the panel. Make sure to hit that like button. There's 2,000 people watching. Let's get Dan to 2,000 likes live, guys. Help the channel. Dan has been doing fantastic work lately. Would you say that Pep Guardiola did the same when spending all that money to turn it around when he was not doing well this season? Just a question.
What?
Would I say that Pep Guardiola's the same?
No. Pep Guardiola now is signing a lot of players, right?
Pep Guardiola sold £500 million worth of academy players in 7 years, mate. What we're doing here?
Great. So he's allowed to spend money because he sold the players, right? No, but that's not part of the question.
Have you come on here to trigger me? Because it ain't the right night to be doing that, mate, because I swear down.
I'm not trying to trigger. I'm just asking a question because he said that coach.
Right, okay, so you want to talk about spending money and all of that there? That's what you're saying. No, but you did talk. You asked a question. I'm trying to answer it.
I'm asking him. He posted.
Okay, cool. Go on, DJ.
Right?
DJ,
he literally posted a statement.
You've been going 50 years, so you tell him. Bro.
Hold on. He said that Pep. Don't give Arteta any money to get out of the slums, right? Is Pep Guardiola now spending his money? Is he spending his way out of that? What Man City are now? Would you say that is the same?
Isn't he? He's reacted.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's the same.
It's a reaction, isn't it? You got to react. We should have reacted in the summer. If we'd have reacted in the summer,
I agree with you.
If we'd have reacted in the summer, all our signings that we make now is an addition to our signings. But the fact that we didn't react in the summer, any signing we make now is going to be desperate. And this is what this manager's done. It's all been desperate. I mean, you know, the only signing of any significance this guy's made is Declan Rice. And,
Right.
and what's he doing to him? He's playing him in 2 or 3 different positions in midfield. He's got a different midfield partner pretty much every single game. He's not utilising Declan Rice in the right way. So basically, Declan Rice is running around, trying to make things happen. And eventually, what's happened to Saka is going to eventually happen to Declan Rice. And that'd be 100 million.
I never disagreed with what you said, by the way.
So what I'm trying to say is Pep Guardiola thought that he had a good enough team in the summer to go into this season. When he realised he hasn't and it's all gone wrong, he's gone bang. Let's go and sign some players in January. And that's what he's done. And he'll go and sign again. And we're dragging our heels over Cunha, Sesko. We've been linked with this. We've been linked with that. We've been linked with that. And it's all links. You know, nothing's... I don't want links. I don't want him to sign anyone in January. I'm just saying that. This man, to me, is not going to be good enough to take this club where we want it to be. And I want it to be Champions League, then the Premiership. Right?
Do you think as well, just quick, sorry, Brad, do you think as well, just quick, I think, Mo, to answer your question, I know it was a question, not what you thought in a statement, more a statement type thing. Excuse me. I think what the difference is Arteta, we're saying, like they're saying he's not allowed anything to spend. The reason that is because there's been no credit in the bank to suggest that when he does spend, he gets it right. Whereas Pep Guardiola has spent and has won trophies. I think that's what the difference is. So there's credit in the bank for Pep to go, do you know what? Look, you need what do you need? A couple of fullbacks again, a couple of this, that, and the third, like he did before, win. And I think there's nothing wrong with saying that Pep Guardiola, give him a team that ain't good enough. He might not get him across the line. But if you give him one of the most elite, he'll win everything because he's one of the best out there, right? I think with Mikel Arteta, he can't win with good, bad, or ugly. That's the problem we've got with Mikel.
I think there's also an argument to be had that Pep Guardiola had got the most out of that squad. And what I mean by that is in the past 4 years, he's won with that squad. And that squad is an aging squad. A lot of our problems isn't necessarily the players, really, because when you look at the players at Arsenal at the moment, they're underperforming compared to what we have seen them do before. Martinelli isn't this bad. Trossard isn't this bad. You know, players that are underperforming at the level that they are now are not as bad as what they're showing. A lot of our problems is the manager. Playing players out of position, not picking the right players, playing players through injury. So when you compare the two, yeah, Pep does deserve to go out and spend more money. There's question marks over whether Arteta deserves any more money, though. With all the
we as a club are just not proactive at all. Forget Arteta's reign. All the way back in Wenger's reign, we've never been proactive when it comes to signing anyone. Even when we do sign someone, we let it known right at the death. You get me?
Why is that? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? There has to be a problem embedded. Broski, I watched Arsenal back in the days with the greats, right? When Arsenal had a fantastic team, a phenomenal team. This is when I started watching the Premier League, to be honest, right? Why are Arsenal now not a proactive club? Why? There has to be a reason behind that. And
it's all money, because back in the day, obviously, you just asked me, you just asked me a question. Let me answer it because I got to go. But basically, the reason is because back in the day, it didn't take hundreds and hundreds of millions to build a superstar team. That's the difference. Now it does, and we didn't want to put our hands in our pocket. That's the truth of the matter. But on that note, I'm going to have to go, boys. Love. And North side, cheer up, my dog. Cheer up, yo. Love.
See you later,
Love.
Another. I've got a couple of Moss side. You've got to look after me when I couple of Moss side one day.
Right, when you come in, you be nice, man. You be nice. Anytime.
You know what I mean?
You're all right. Trust me, bro. You be good. You be good.
Big up,
Love for coming on, my bro. Love for that.
Do you know another reason? Sorry, another reason, is because this fan base are an absolute shit show. That's why. No, real talk, Mo. You're laughing. Would Inter Milan fans?
I believe you, bro. I believe you because
Mo, you support Inter Milan. Yes. Yeah. You support Inter Milan. Would Inter Milan fans allow their team to go 20 years without a title?
Bro,
do you know? Yes or no? No, you don't need to watch.
No.
Thank you. Would Inter Milan fans accept 4.5 years without a title trophy at all?
Not 3 years. You guys are right. No side. I said that yesterday, 2 days ago. I was on the Inter channel, the Inter Worldwide, the channel I started with, and I asked them a question because they were like, "Why are you so negative?" And I said, If this manager Inzaghi has been at the club in 4 years and only won one league title, and he doesn't win it this year, that is considered failure. And they looked, everyone in the chat first said it's negative, and I said, that's not negative. This is Inter Milan. We can't go with the same manager for 4 years and having one league title. By the way, I hold on.
So why is that a different standard for my club?
No, you're wrong. Never said that.
No, why do you think that that's different for Arsenal then? Yes, Arsenal have not won as many league titles as Inter. They haven't got European pedigree like Inter. I understand all of that. But why can't we have the same standards for our club?
You can, absolutely. And that's why I said last summer.
That's my point.
Me and you last summer agreed that Arteta probably, okay, man, you didn't win. Fellas, you said maybe you try a new voice. But the season started and he regressed. And I keep asking the question to everyone, why there was no... And then, by the way, every Arsenal fan, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I work in the Premier League. I do cover all the games and I watch all the games. Why have Arsenal regressed? Why there was no continuation of the good form that we have seen at the end of the season? Yes, he didn't get you anywhere, but if Arsenal, I promise you this, and I think all of you guys would agree with this, everyone in the chat would agree, if Arsenal started this season as strong as they ended last season, especially with the additions of Timber, who practically is a new signing, Calafiori, you agree or not, it's a manager's choice, Arsenal should be top of the league now. Logically speaking, right? Logically speaking.
Based on what we did know. Based on what we didn't know, because we didn't do enough, Mo. We didn't
but
do
hold
enough.
on.
Every
but
time
can I add to what you say? But you literally win 16 games out of 18. Yes, they weren't good enough, but you won 16 out of games. I don't forget the bottling. Do you believe?
No, don't forget the bottling. That's what I'm saying.
But hold on.
When it's Inter, it's a different standard, isn't it?
No. Let me finish.
One at a time.
Guys, let me ask Northside. Do you believe if in the beginning of the season, the first half of the season, if Arsenal won 16 out of 18 games, would you be top or no?
Yeah, if my mum had bollocks, she'd be me dad, mate. What's the point?
No. All right, you want me to answer that? Yeah.
No,
yes, of course.
Okay, if we was playing the same football we was playing before, we'll be in the same position that we was in before when we was 8 points clear. Yeah? Don't have proven winners, don't have a world-class striker, doesn't have a manager that when we're in the cup games why we got kicked out of 2 cup games.
Don't have a leader.
This is why we're not prepared to even go up against a washed Bayern Munich. It's the same situation. Who's going to step up? Don't talk to me about Odegaard or Saka, because when they've been available in 2 title chasing seasons, they've not got us over the line. This is why when Arsenal fans talk to me about injuries, when they're available, when do they ever get us over the line in any competition? Pick one. When do they? Any of these players?
That is different than my question, also. That is different.
So
has this team should... Yeah, but that's different than my question. You're answering different questions.
No, we're not. You asked me a question. Would I feel different if we were on a winning run? No. I just expected the fall-off to be at the end of the season, but the fall-off was still because we didn't go out there and address what we needed in the transfer window. This is why I wanted Arsenal to go out there and get a proven world-class striker. Go and get a proven number 10 that turns up in big games. Get match winners, because then nobody can argue. We can look at the manager and say, well, you got all the players that you need. The problem is they don't get the players that we need. So then the people that want this manager in always look at the bench and look at the transfer window and said, oh, but he needs his pieces. But ultimately, did Unai Emery had all his pieces at Villarreal? Did Xavi at...
not even Inter don't have... We don't have all the pieces, bro. Nobody has the pieces.
Hold on. Xavi at Bayer Leverkusen didn't have all his pieces. Yeah, he had to work with the budget. So he didn't have all his pieces. I'm sure he wanted better players, still won the league. Also, Ruben Amorim at Sporting, every season he had about 20 to 30 million euros to spend and was able to perform in the Champions League with that team and was able to win the league and dominate. They didn't win for 20 years. I'm a Benfica fan. They didn't win for 20 years and they'll dominate in Portugal. Went to Braga, where they've got even less of a budget, about 10 million euros, and won a cup within a couple of months. So why these managers, without all their players and not having to smash their transfer records, are able to win cups, but Arsenal is a different situation? It's not a different situation. We got losers supporting this club. That's the problem. We got losers. Yes. And then everybody else, they know how they get traction and say, oh, Arsenal are scary. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general. And then they think, oh, we're warranted to say that this team is amazing. No, it's not amazing. How is it that 5 years on, we've got Jorginho going out of contract, Partey going out of contract. And the word is within Arsenal is that we're going to give Jorginho a contract renewal and not Partey. Based on what? Is that based on performances? We had a toxic bench 5 years ago. We got a bench right now. Tell me who's performing. We've got Ethan outperforming Sterling, that's got Premier League heritage or experience, winner. Outperforming Jesus, that's a Premier League winner. Outperforming Trossard, that's supposed to be a seasoned vet. This is what we've got. Players from the academy outperforming players that this guy's invested in. Lewis Skelly's outperforming Calafiori that was brought in for big money this season. Explain to me how that's good, how we're recruiting well. With Wenger, how much did we spend for Nasri? How much did we spend for Adebayor, Haleb, Rosicky, Alex Song that took over Fabregas, yeah? And was defending and scoring. He was pivotal. Is our scouting, would you say our scouting is as good as when we was paying off a stadium with Wenger, not spending as much money? So why is that
really.
regressed? Why is that regressed then? Why is that regressed?
You guys regressed since last season. You guys regressed
for
since
20
last
years,
season.
Mo.
When you've got a centre half who's our top goal scorer, you're going to regress. I'm sorry. You know, listen.
You know, PGB,
what do I know? I've only been going 50 odd years, like, haven't we, Ken? You know what I mean? What do we know? I've never known a centre half to be a top goal scorer at Arsenal.
Yeah,
I've never known a player like Sterling to be bought on when we're 2-2 with Aston Villa after being 2-0 up. You know, at Arsenal.
But the problem for me, the way I look at the manager and the people why call me now an Arsenal hater, because every time I sit on a show, I say this man, for me, any big club in the world, regression means sacking, no matter what, especially if you don't have credit in the bank. And Arteta doesn't have enough credit in the bank at Arsenal. He has won nothing, basically. The FA Cup, for me, it doesn't count, by the way.
No, it does count. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it counts. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly why it counts. Because the first league title that Arsene Wenger won, that weren't his whole team. Yeah, he done a double in 18 months. In fact, he actually done 2 doubles in the time this manager's been here. Yeah, he done that against the best manager I've ever seen in Fergie. He done 2 doubles. Yeah, in 5 years. So I don't want to hear no BS about he's up against Pep, he's up against this.
No,
he ain't got all of his pieces. Because there's been hundreds of examples over the lifetime of all of us. And Mo, you're about the same age as me, roughly, yeah? Right? And all of us on this
I'm not that old, but fine.
Well, you're getting there, especially if Inter don't win nothing, right?
I don't know how old Mo is, actually, Mo.
No, however...
Quiet, Kenny.
Yeah, however, we have seen hundreds of examples of managers going into football clubs in our lifetime and it not needing time to win something.
No, 100%. Antonio Conte is my biggest example ever.
Yeah, look at your team lost in a final the other day to Conceição. It took him 2 games to win a trophy. Why did the manager get sacked before that? Why? Because they were crap. And he came back from Juve 1-0 down and 2-0 down. No, the point is, how much longer does this go? Because you've accepted that you wouldn't accept this. You've said that you wouldn't accept this at Inter, right? Yes, we have not got heritage like Inter in Europe. I've heard all that from you before. Yeah, cool. We haven't won as many league titles as you. No, let me finish. We haven't won as many league titles as you. Cool. We're the 3rd biggest club in England based off of trophies won. So why can't we call this out? Why should this be acceptable? Why should we have to do like playing music in training, yeah, and high-fiving and giving guard of honours to players coming back? Does Ancelotti wheel out the fucking speakers and start playing YMCA in training? No, we don't. Our club do. Yeah, our club are playing Never Walk Alone and they get banged 4-0 at Anfield. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? How many more times have we got to see this? Yeah,
but I'm not defending
I'm with DJ. I don't want this guy to have no more money, mate. Yeah, coach your way out of it. He's sitting in press conferences saying, "Oh well, we got a short squad, a thin squad." Well, that's because you didn't replace any of the bench players yourself, mate. Yeah. And now we've got injuries.
How do we answer it? Like, as a panel, how do we answer questions like this? Because this is what really does my head in. Questions like this. Anytime you mention him, there isn't a better manager out there to replace him.
Easy way to answer that. Easy way to answer that.
Very simple.
Mo, let me answer this. Sorry. No, easy way to Mo. Let me land this point because it's the easiest way to shut these people up. Yeah, respectfully, Charlie. Yeah, all right. And thanks for watching. It's not a dig, personally. If he drops dead today, God forbid, yeah, or he walks out the football club today, who do you want to replace him?
Yeah, but can I answer Charlie in a single thing? Charlie, there are people that get paid hundreds of thousands to do scouting and look at managers. Liverpool, none of anybody have guessed that Arne Slot would do this good of a job, right? It's Liverpool's job. It's not, by the way, when people tell me, Mo, find me a striker. Bro, I don't get paid to find a striker. There are people that gets paid to analyze data, find the right manager for Arsenal. Don't ever ask people, but there's nobody out there better than Arteta. Well, Arne Slot is doing a fantastic job, isn't he? And you didn't know anything about him. So there are people that get paid at Arsenal to do this job. It's not the fans' job to go look for managers, by the way. I always answer people this.
The thing is, Mo, just really, Mo, when somebody asks me this, because I get asked this quite a lot on channels and actually in person at the ground, I'll go through managers. Before I can even finish the name, they tell me they're crap. So I can say, Let me just say, I don't know. How do you want then, Dan? And I'll go, Simone Inzaghi, rubbish. And you think, hang on, I've not even say Inzaghi before you're telling me he's rubbish. Why is he worse than Mikel Arteta then? Carlo Ancelotti, he's washed. Didn't you see what he did at Everton? Hang on, mate. What did he do at Real Madrid? And look at Everton now since they've gone. All right, let's not go for that. Xabi Alonso. Or might as well keep Arteta. Why? He's won stuff and Arteta ain't. Honestly, I don't get it, man.
Yeah, but that's why you spin the question on them and say, well, if he leaves right now and says, I've took as far as I can go, who do you want then? They ain't got an answer. And if they do have an answer, like a gal did on this panel, when we sat here with a gal, he said Ancelotti. I said, why do you want Ancelotti? He went, because he wins. They're lying through their teeth, Dan. He sat Northside, you were here, I think, weren't you? Yeah, me, Northside and Dan were all sat on here, and he went, well, Ancelotti, because he wins. So why are you dismissing him then? Like, come on, man. These people are lying, bro.
Because he wins, but we can't criticize the current manager for not winning. Okay, well done. Very good argument. Very good argument. Well done.
Well talk, man. Let's move to this because I want to look at the games coming up because we could be here forever on the transfer window. We ain't doing anything at the end. When I look at the next 3 games, I can't even lie to you guys, right? We've obviously got Dynamo Zagreb, Wolves, and Girona are our next 3 games. Got 2 Champions League games and the Wolves away game. As much as I think we might win tomorrow night, I don't think we're actually going to beat Wolves or Girona. And I shouldn't be saying that, should I? As a Gooner, I should be down. We'll win
they'll be knocked out by then, Girona. They'll be knocked out.
Our away record, though, Guns, is awful, man. It's absolutely awful.
Right, he's a realistic. Who's realistic that we could get in? We'll go and get him.
Brandon, love for coming on, man. Love Brandon. Love, bro.
Love Brandon. Go and get Michel Sanchez. Go and get the Girona manager. Yeah. Oh, but he bottled the league title. Mate, he's up against fucking Madrid. Yeah. And he's doing it with the equivalent of Peterborough. Like, what are we doing? Like, sorry, Dan. I'm sorry, mate. Fucking people just wind me up. I'm sick of all these excuses, Dan. Sorry, mate.
Listen, I'm the same as you. I get sick of it as well, man. Kenny, what's your thoughts on the next 3 games? Because Lee says we thinks we'll write the Champions League. I'm just not confident at the moment going into any of these games, bruv.
Look, you think about the 2 Champions League games. The pace in Europe is a bit slow in the Premiership. I said that we're out of our feet anyway when we play the Premiership. So I think we'll win tomorrow comfortably. It won't be an exciting game, but we'll win. I think Girona. I think we won't lose. We won't lose, but the Wolves game. The thing with Wolves is that I saw them yesterday against Chelsea, and they did get themselves into good position. They got an equaliser through a mistake by the goalkeeper, but again, they self-destruct. But my biggest worry is it's under the lights at Molineux. I still think that we run out and empty in the 60 minutes. I think we win that game if we got a considerable lead going into 60 minutes, either with 2 or 3-0 down. I think that'd be enough. But if it's just a goal up, I'm really, really worried. I think Wolves could come back into it because at the end of the day, they got the crowd behind them. We're not at our best. We're not going to have no Saliba. There's no Saka. There's no. So it's going to be Gabriel and Timber again, and then Partey at right back, hasn't got the legs to play at right back. So it's going to be one of those things where we're going to need our shooting boots on. No shooting boots, we're not winning that game. We'll be lucky to get a point. But I do think that Wolves are not a good team. Their manager has made only a slight improvement. They've only played I think they only won once against Man United since he's come, or they've had
they have a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, exactly. So they got a 3-game losing streak. So
they were poor the other night. Monday they were terrible against Chelsea. It was embarrassing.
Actually, I disagree with you. They weren't that bad against Chelsea.
Mo, they played well.
I actually did only.
They played well. I agree with Kenny. I agree with Kenny. They actually got themselves in the good places that they didn't execute.
I only watched the second half, but yeah, go on.
They were not that bad, actually.
It's just that there's a cutting edge and there's a lack of discipline.
The goals they conceded were terrible, though, weren't they?
When they're on top, they're not putting Chelsea to the sword, and that's why I think against us, I think that will probably enable us to get something in the game because there is a midfield good openings. They open teams up. It's their finishing is terrible. Without Cunha, it's awful. Strand lost is a good. He looks like the sort of player that throughout a full season, the best he'll get you is 10 goals. 10. that's not going to be enough to keep Wolves up. So I do
No,
think that,
look, and to be fair, that's why I don't think Wolves will actually sell him, because I think they know they need to keep Cunha to actually have a chance of staying in the division, man. But
they
look,
need him.
Actually, I don't think he suits Arsenal at all. Actually, you need a prolific. You need someone. I don't know why
I think
Arsenal
he's
wouldn't
fine
go
to
and
come in
sign him.
alongside someone. But
Look, we're not getting
Come on, yeah,
top scorer.
a lot. You need Eucharist. You need Osimhen.
Yeah,
He's not coming. Mo, he's not coming. For simple
Yeah,
reason,
what
we
you
don't play. We don't
The
play.
best transfer business Arsenal can do, yeah, in this window or the summer window, is pay 45 million quid to Lego heads to disappear. Bye-bye. Go and manage Elche, yeah, or Granada or Almeria, yeah, or Cadiz, yeah, and then go and pay 50 million quid to get Inter Milan's manager, yeah, and tell him he's got 250 million quid to spend. Yeah, with the amount of defenders we've got, with the formation that he plays, we'd cook. Kieran Sidney would be playing left wing back. He'd be absolutely goated at left wing back. Yeah, Timber at right wing back. We could play 3 centre backs. Yeah, then he could have Partey and Declan Rice in midfield. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Then go and buy a proper striker, get another couple of Saka. Yeah, could play. Bro, it's not rocket science. It's jarring. Yeah, it's jarring because do you know what? We were so close, Dan, yeah, and panel and chat, yeah, that close to back-to-back titles. We've never done that under Wenger or George Graham. Yeah, we consider our 2 greatest managers, right? Yeah, in either order, whatever way you want to put them, they're our best 2 managers. Yeah, we've never done that. Yeah, if he'd done back-to-back titles, we'd all be sitting there having a different story right now, going, well, do you know what? It's a little blip. We've done back-to-back. Man City have had a blip. Nobody cares. Yeah. Fair play. Slots come in. Okay, let's go again in the summer. Let's just see what we can do in the Champions League. Instead, he ain't done it.
Yeah, Lee, can I say something? I always look at, title runnings, and I think the first 2 years when you challenge for the title, if you miss out in the first year, you've got to win it in the second year, because in the third year, mentally and physically, he's up doubly hard. We haven't really improved our team. We've underestimated Liverpool, which was a dreadful mistake to make by the club and by all the fans. How can you underestimate a team like Liverpool that's got Salah, Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, players, let's face it, individually, that are better than ours? Yeah. We have to admit it. Their front line, if you include the players on the bench, it's levels above us. The midfield, as much as the midfield, like I said, is in sync. On paper, we've got a better midfield than them. But when you look at Gravenberch as a number 6, and I don't call number 6 DMs. Football's changed now. It's CDMs. That's my beef with Declan Rice, is that he's a DM, but he's not a CDM like Rodri. Because, football, I think the DM role changed with, N'Golo Kante, where he basically had free brains to play in that midfield. And since then, the DM's been dead. So Gravenberch does the CDM better than Declan. But Declan's a very good player. But I think that in midfield, they have more balance. And then defensively, as much as I like Saliba and obviously Saliba and Gabriel, I'm not going to knock Kanate and Van Dijk. So we've underestimated them. It's no accident that if they got a manager that gives them a bit of control, none of this rock and roll nonsense that under Klopp, where they run out of gas in April. He's just basically placed them correctly. It's true, though. He's placed them correctly. He's rotating them properly. Arteta should learn about that, and that's why it's highly likely that I think they're going to win the league and the Champions League. But we took our eyes off the ball because we assumed, rightly and wrongly, and the media got a lot. It should be the dot for us as well. Is as far as they generally thought that without Man City is our turn. Doesn't work like that. Football's not about that. You should never underestimate anyone, and that's what happens. Every game this season when we played against the bottom 10 teams, we've had to work our nuts off just to get a result, just get a win. Teams have been raising their game against us, and have been having games at the Premiership at the Emirates where if they had a little bit of quality and a little bit of discipline, they could have got a point and even nicked it. Yeah. We've been poor all season. We've regressed because it's the performances, and mentally we haven't been able to cope with the fact that we haven't won the league twice.
To be honest, spot on about back-to-back, like spot on about back-to-back challenges. If you don't win, normally you regress. Physically, mentally, you're fatigued. Your manager is trying new things that don't work. He's tried Declan Rice everywhere on the pitch. He's trying Thomas Partey right back. He's trying left, right, and center. He's trying to play with 2-striker formation, which is, I agree with you. Like, for me, I thought that Arsenal would be up there in the beginning of the season. But then every week that went, and I'm like, You're playing different brand of football. And I criticize Arsenal in the Brighton game, for example. I'm like, why at 1-0 up, you're defending that deep? I think against, who did you play against? Against Bournemouth. You went and defended. I'm like, Arsenal shouldn't be defending against Bournemouth, no matter how good Bournemouth are. If you're going for the league, you don't see Liverpool defending. Liverpool go for the win.
Selection, it was a joke, man. That was
it's not only that. It's not only that. I agree with Kenny. I think it's the guy, Arteta, for some whatever reason, he's traumatized, bro, by losing the title back to back. He's trying everything and nothing is working. That's why Arsenal are not playing free fluid football. Arsenal not playing good football. You don't watch Arsenal now and you're entertained. Bar like 2-3 games this season. Otherwise, Arsenal are lethargic. Arsenal is slow. The build-up is slow. The team goes defending deep. Everyone is playing below their level in some games. I said that this season Arsenal should have been up there, to be honest, based on what I've seen at the end of last season, but it doesn't look like it.
No,
I don't know where do you go from here, to be honest. The problem is, but I'm now starting to hear.
It doesn't matter what we want. The
yeah,
going to
so that's. But the problem is now, and I'm going to end on this. And I was talking to people on my channel. I told them, you're basically, from hearing from you, you're telling me to write the season off. I'm like, that's so defeatist. It's not right. Because I promise you.
Yeah, but these are the same people that tell us we're negative for demanding trophies.
Because I believe if Arsenal write off this season and you're going, we're going to get Zubamendia and we're going to get something in the summer. I believe if Arsenal write off this season, you won't start the next season strong. Nobody writes off season and starts strong the season after. Nobody does that. I've never seen a team write off a season and go the next season and start strong. And next season, if Arsenal don't start strong, Man City are eating everybody up.
Yeah, but this is where our fan base are. Yeah, because we've got way too many happy clappers. DJ, you go week in, week out. Dan, you go week in, week out. Yeah, the fucking club shop's rammed, mate. Yeah, we could get banged 6-0 at home. Not that we have recently or at all for a while. Yeah, a long, long time. Yeah, but let's say hypothetically we get done 3-0. Yeah, in fact, forget that. We lost to Man United on penalties the other day. The club shop's rammed. All three of you, Dan, Kenny, DJ. Yeah. Kenny, after Aston Villa game at the weekend, Kenny's fucking bumping into Anders Limpar. Yeah, he's waving at Unai Emery. He's waving back at him. Yeah, club shop's out the door. Yeah, it's a carnival atmosphere down the Emirates. Now imagine that's Inter Milan. Now imagine that's Atleti. Now imagine that's Real, bro. Real Madrid got banged 5 by Barca in a final the other day. Thursday last week, they're running out onto the pitch against Celta Vigo in the Copa del Rey. Yeah, booed and whistled onto the pitch. They're lining up. Yeah, every name being read out got booed. Ancelotti's name got read out. The host 80,000 in the stadium booed every player's name, and the manager. They ended up going extra time after bottling a 2-0 lead as well, which didn't help. Every time Chouameni and Vasquez got the ball, booed. Yeah, we do that at the Emirates. Oh, that's toxic. Then guess what? The next result, they went and slapped up Las Palmas. And funny enough, they were 1-0 down in that in the first minutes at home as well, yeah? Right? And Mbappe gets interviewed today before the Champions League game tomorrow they play against Salzburg. They said, what do you make of the whistles and the jeering and the booing? He said, it's Real Madrid. They expect the very best. Yeah. Now imagine Arsenal, players are sitting there going, well, we got to rally around Declan. 29 because his wife's had a load of DMs that she had to go and actively look for. Dan, real talk. Dan, you've got Instagram. You open up Instagram. You press the arrow, you've got request, you've got general, and you've got whatever the other one option is, yeah? You go to request, they're people that you do not follow, but follow you or have messaged you. Now you're scrolling through your DMs 1 hour after the game, screenshotting all the people sending you nasty messages. Now you're telling your husband, 29, I'm not condoning it, by the way, and they've put that to the police as somebody's been arrested for it, right? And they should be. And listen, anyone DMing a footballer, you're a melt, mate, with abuse, or their wife, yeah? You're a dickhead. Yeah. However, why are you actively looking for that? And now that is what the clip was of Declan Rice pitch side with Keogh. And somebody was smart with that and chopped it out because he was asked about it. And he went, well, the proper fans in the stadium. He was talking about, but this has now caused the whole thing. Our fans are online the whole 3 days before that game, saying, well, when 29's name gets read out, we have to cheer him. He's nicking 280 a week.
No, it's mad.
Are you taking the mick?
Mad. It is mad, bro. Let me do a couple of these.
Jesus Christ, by the way, I swear, only in England, lads. Only in England we hear this crap.
Nasiri's back saying that Calafiori was the second best player at the Euros after Yamal. In no other universe is Arsenal making that signing if not for Mikel. Nasir is a big fan, a big fan of Mikel.
Nasir was born buffering, mate. And born in deficit. No, real talk. He's got to be trolling. Real talk. He's born in deficit.
He's
Mate.
got
Sorry.
he's got to be trolling, man. He's got to be trolling. This comes in from AMD. Says owners don't respect the club or the fans. I agree with that. I've said that for a while.
No owners respect the fans, especially fans who go.
That's true.
The match going fans.
Only Roman Abramovich. That's the best owner of all time. Of a football
I agree.
He is, but he gave Chelsea fans what they wanted. He gave them a league title for the first time in 50 years, and he gave them 2 European Cups. You know, he's obsessed with winning and coming first all the time. Our owners.
Yeah, is he allowed back in the country? Maybe he can come and buy us, Kenny.
That's the one you want, isn't it? You want him coming in, that's for sure.
Lee, let's before we talk about let's get it right. DJ, you know this. Mo, you're going to find this out when you keep following us. And Northside, you know it. It ain't the Cronkies, it's Arsenal Football Club. You go back to George Graham days and Terry Neal's days. Arsenal Football Club has always been this alleged club that does the right thing. Now, when I was growing up, there were players who were knocking down old ladies, getting drunk and frying up all over Hornsey Road, and some of them were going with dodgy women because one of their players used to live across the road from me in Hornsey Road, so I used to see him all the time.
I'm laughing because the way you said it, the dodgy women.
Fell down the stairs backwards in Raras in Islington. But okay, we're back.
Kenny knew him.
Yeah, I knew them all. But the fact is, you know the thing about the Arsenal Football Club, Arsenal are never ever going to be a big club in the way that a Man United is run or a Man City is run in terms of Chelsea run, because the simple reason is that the way Arsenal are built, and it goes back to the Hillwoods, Dennis and Peter. For us to, compete with the best teams in Europe, we need an owner from either Saudi Arabia or China. Yeah. Basically, an owner who basically has complete control of the club and just says, right, this is the money, this is my budget, to hell with PSR.
And changes the whole culture of the club.
Change the whole culture. And the fans got to buy into it, because our fans are part of the problem. They slag off Chelsea and Man City and call them the dopers. But I'm sorry, the only way you can compete with Man City and win the Champions League is if you dope. I don't see any way you could do it organically. Maybe Man United could do it, but they're Man United. They're a much bigger club than we'll ever be.
Let's get through these super chats, peeps. Actually, North, I was going to send this one to you, funny enough. Arteta out always playing Partey at right back. I've got to say, Northside, 6 games now, Partey's played at right back. We've beaten Southampton at home in 1 game. The other time he played there and we won was he started there against Crystal Palace. And then when he moved into midfield, we won 5-1. That's the only other game that he's played there where we've won. And he started there and we didn't look like we were going to be beating Palace at one stage, right? And then obviously we turned it on. If he plays Partey and continues to do this and we continue not to win, I just think it's a sackable offence. I don't know how anyone can defend it, bruv. I don't understand it, Northside.
Yeah, well, we didn't win against Villa. So what we did was 2-0 up and he was playing as right back. We didn't win against Villa. So, Dan, you already know with this fan base, they always look at an excuse. I don't understand how you do we do this to Odegaard? Because people look at Odegaard as one of our best midfielders, right? Whether we believe that or not. Does he get moved around? So why does Thomas Partey? Plus, he's going back. I think he's I think he's already able to speak to other clubs. I think he's on a couple of months left on his contract. Yeah. He's able to speak to other clubs. What a way to convince him of the project. Not only have we failed to win 2 league titles, you're now playing out of position when we have 2 fullbacks that can play there. When we've played defenders or centre-backs at fullback. We played Kivior. When we beat Liverpool last season, we played Kivior as a left-back and we went on a bit of a run. So certain players can certain players can play out of position, but others can't. The favourites have to stay in their positions, but the players that aren't the favourites, no, they can't. Listen, Partey, just leave, man. Just leave. The fact that we're even hearing things about Jorginho maybe signed over you, I mean, that really says it all. Jorginho. So, yeah, it's crazy. But, I mean, it is what it is, bro. This is as crazy as when they told us that Zinchenko was pivotal to the way that Arteta wants to play football. Where's Zinchenko now? Exactly.
Marino was going to unlock Martinelli.
It's
Yeah,
Marino,
they
the,
never watch
Marino-
Sociedad, bruv. They never watch Sociedad. They're
Marino,
lying.
the duel, what's they call him? The duel winning, who can't win a duel against bloody
Yeah.
Yuri Tielemans.
Yeah, the Jewel King. Yeah, the Jewel
That's it,
guy.
the
He
Jewel
more jewels
King.
than anyone in Europe. Yeah, I watched him every day, mate. Every game. He was shit all
Real
season.
talk. I was like, when we got a link with him, I text Guns. I was like, "What's this guy like? Because you watch it?" And he was like, "Nah, nothing, mate." And I was like, "All right, well, I'm going to give him a chance, but I've seen enough, man. I've seen enough. This guy is just, it's just not good."
Yeah, but this is what they do. Yeah, Man United fans do this as well, by the way, because they're linked to this Dorgu or Doggy or.
Oh
whatever
yeah,
his name is.
Patrick Dorgu. Yeah.
Nobody is watching Lecce, bruv, in Italy. Yeah, even Mo's probably swerving Inter versus Lecce. Yeah, he's going, well, that's a win. Yeah, let's be real. Like, come on, Dan, you've probably got more people watching live than they've got fans in their stadium, right? What are we doing here? Yeah.
What's your analysis, Mo? Ask Mo, but Mo, what's your analysis?
Judge Mo, tell us
Bro, I
about this
don't
guy
know
because
the
he's
guy, bro.
amazing.
You think I know the guy, bro? Like, this is the guy, bro.
Yeah, but Man United fans have told us he's amazing.
You think I fucking wake up on Saturday, Sunday, fucking watch Lecce? Fucking Empoli, bro. Have some shame and decorum, bro.
Then
Man United, fucking, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it tomorrow. But it's Man United thing, bro. They kind of gassed it up like they're fucking signing Prime Marcelo, bro. Like, fucking, oh my god, he's the best left back in the league.
So I'm saying, but this is what our fans do. This is what every fan base does in England. Yeah, look at when Mo, you support an Italian team, yeah, right? When Lukaku wanted to come back, yeah, right before he came back,
he told him no.
There was a 65-foot banner outside with all the ultras, yeah, saying,
no,
"You ain't welcome here, mate." Yeah, so where did he go?
They didn't sign him. They didn't sign him.
Thank you. Where did he go? Because they said, no, we don't want to piss off the ultras. Our ultras are Don Robbie and his band of Merry Men. Like, come on, what are we doing here? I'm not putting you in that band of Merry Men, by the way, Dan.
He was on a transfer show with Double Chef and Oystein. Hey, don't knock him,
me a
mate.
favour. But that's what I'm saying. When there's a signing, look at so like Garnacho is apparently going Chelsea or Napoli. And Mo, the Napoli manager had his car steering wheel and CDs stolen, Spalletti, yeah? And they gave it back when he won a title. And they said, like, there you go. You can have it back. Now imagine this guy is dropping biblical stinkers, yeah? And his brother's running shit on Twitter. Bro, the mafia are getting him out of Italy real quick. I swear down, bruv, yeah? This guy is going to go Chelsea because it's an easy option. Because the Premier League is consumed with constant PR. Mad Wakey yesterday, I watched that Chelsea game. He was shit. He is shit as a footballer. He is crap. He nicked a goal off of that Chalobah for 1 inch tapping, and he done about 5 celebrations. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Because the easiest gig in the world is the Premier League manager. You got Ruben Amorim coming out saying it's the worst Man U team ever. No, it's not. No, it's not. Only 5-6 years ago, or 7 years ago, 2017, they went on a 5-year trophy drought. This team's won 2 trophies. How's that? How is that the worst Man United team? They've won 2 in 2. Factually incorrect. But now what he's done is he's bought himself time by telling all of the Man United fans that have invested in him, because it ain't Ten Hag. Yeah, that it's going to take 3 years, lads. And they're all buying into it. Smart ones, thick ones, dense ones, all of them. They're buying. It's going to, he's got to rip it. It's the worst Man United team ever. And then as a player, yeah, you go and score a couple of goals, go in a little purple patch. Yeah, the amount of people in my chat have been going, would you take Kluivert at Arsenal? I said, well, because he scored a fucking hat-trick at Newcastle. No thanks. Like, I'll take Patrick Kluivert now. Yeah, but not Justin Kluivert. Like, what are we doing here? Mateus Cunha, he scores a screen. Yeah, but this is what it is. It's like easiest gig in the world to be a manager, easiest gig in the world to be an owner. Yeah, they can hide behind PSR that, by the way, they all voted for. Yeah, they all voted for this PSR crap. And now they're all, well, PSR, mate. Easiest gig in the world. You don't get this shit around the world.
It's crazy, man. This PSR.
Sorry, Dan. I know you want to read this super chat. Sorry,
no, you're fine, man. You're fine, bro.
It's jarring.
We got Samas says Stan. Oh, I'm getting some echo or background music.
Yeah. North's not muting his mic, is he?
Oh, North. I think that's you. He can't even hear me,
bro. He's had enough.
He's just had enough. Samas said Stan don't care about the games. By the balance, big deal to come and watch games in January by sending his son and report all is well if we win. You know what's hilarious is he was supposed to come to the North London. Yeah, North side. Can you put yourself on mute, bro? Because all I can hear is
mute him, bro. Just mute him yourself, bro. Just mute him yourself, bro.
Can he even hear you?
Yeah, I don't know if he can hear me. That's why I said it, because he didn't react. But anyway, it's cool. Yeah, so he's coming in Spurs, and he's now not coming in Spurs. He's now coming to Dynamo Zagreb. So he's got to the 22nd of January to come and chat to Mikel. Oh, is the window open, Mikel? Oh, right. Oh, sorry. What do you need? Unbelievable, this owner. Jesus. Anyway, Netway says my 2 times on the transfer window. Ancelotti in. I've said Ancelotti for a long time, but apparently he's
What did he do at Everton?
Yeah, exactly. Mark says, I feel
beat
that...
your manager home and away and finish 3 points behind him.
Facts. Feel that as long as KC own Arsenal, will never win the league. North side, would you say one signing is better than no signing? Well, it depends who the signing is. If it's Rashford, no, I don't want anyone.
If it's a manager, then maybe it depends who the manager is. Depends what the signing is, isn't it?
Yeah, facts.
Can I ask you something on that, Lee? Objectively speaking, do you think, I'll ask leaders, do you think if they sack the manager today? Okay, so number one, you don't believe that Arsenal win the league. I don't. Like, let's just establish this. I think Liverpool will win the league, all right? But you still want to play Champions League next season to be able to attract.
I couldn't care less about Champions League, Mo.
But to attract players, even for a new manager.
What players have we attracted that are world class, Mo, from Champions League football? Yeah, but, in the 20 odd years that Wenger had us there and the 2 years that this guy's got us there, tell me the world class players that we have signed on the day that we've signed them, they have actually factually been world class. Tell me, there ain't one, mate.
I can't remember if Ozil maybe, but Ozil just won it out from Real Madrid. The only guy.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I could say Ozil. Fair enough, Ozil. We'll give you Ozil. One player.
Ozil had world class ability, Mark. He had world class ability. He wasn't world class.
Yeah, I know. No. My question is not that. My question is, do you think the team objectively? Do you think the team goes back if you sign a manager mid-season?
I couldn't care less because we finished 2nd or 17th. Who gives a shit? You didn't win.
Care, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And guess what? Yeah, and this is why I rate teams like Madrid, Chelsea under Roman, and Bayern Munich. Yeah, and even the Italian teams, yeah, because they'll sack and hire and fire and hire and fire. Even this, the Turkish teams, the Greek teams, all these other clubs around the world, Portuguese teams, they hire and fire until they land on one that gets them over the line, and they get them over the line, and they get them over the line, and they get them over the line. The problem we have in English football, yeah, is, oh, but if we get rid of Super Duper Mick or we get rid of this manager or that man, oh, now he's got to rip it all up and get all of his own players. Well, Tommy Tuchel never. Yeah, because he went Chelsea and won and done our whole European pedigree in 14 months and more.
Conte.
Yeah, we've seen so many examples. I couldn't care less. This guy cannot win a league, bruv. Yeah, so if we finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, who cares? This fan base have gassed themselves up that we're not getting banged 6-0 now. Well, guess what? At least he was nicking cups. At least he was nicking cups, mate. His last 5 years, he won 3 of them. What's this guy done? And he got to 4 finals in his last 5 years, Wenger. Yeah. This guy's got to 1, the same as Unai. It's bullshit.
Crazy.
I'm sick of it, but they've been brainwashed, Mo.
No. The reason why I'm asking is that, like, a lot of people are saying, if they sack the manager now, Arsenal might go backwards this season at least, and they're like, okay, I don't want to miss the Champions League. You don't care.
Who cares?
Okay.
We've never
Do you know,
won it.
do you know
so
what people say? People say we'll go backwards if we sack Mikel Arteta. 1, how do they know that? They don't. And 2, we could actually go forwards. And 2, like, this isn't come in and rip it up and start again. Like, let's be real. There's actually some half decent ballers at Arsenal.
If he's built such a foundation at this football club, yeah, right?
Exactly.
Then this is where they've been lying, lads. Yeah, they're lying about the players being great. Yeah, they've been lying about the manager being great. Now it's all Edu's fault that he ain't got a striker. It's Kroenke's fault. It's the Kroenkes. Yeah. Well, hold up a minute. Yeah, we've been wanting a striker since Aubameyang left, mate. Yeah, like, what are we doing here? Yeah, and he's deliberately not brought one. Yeah, they make out that we're gonna have to get rid of the whole squad. No, we don't.
No,
We've got about 11 or 12
so.
players here that are quality. The rest of them can fuck
wrong.
off. But
That's
after that
completely
squad
wrong,
are decent.
I agree.
It's completely wrong because, and I had this argument with people because the same people that would tell you, oh my God, if we get rid of Mikel Arteta, we'll have to rebuild the squad. If you ask them, do you think this team is good enough? They tell you yes. Okay, if this team is good enough, it's good enough with another manager as well. That's how football works. That's how football works.
But Mo, can I just say something as well? What certain fans don't realise is whether if we don't get rid of this manager, we're going to be in a worse state in two seasons' time, because the players that we have got in place, if a new manager come in, won't be there. The likes of Saliba and Gabriel, so we're being even in a worse state. But I mean, you know, as I said, I personally think it's only going to get worse. And you say about someone coming in, it's true what Dan said. If the foundations are there, anyone can come in and turn this team around. Look what Klopp built. Look what Klopp built at Liverpool. This guy's come in. Say no more. Look how brilliant Liverpool are doing. So it can be done. It's just having the bottle to go ahead and do it. And unfortunately, over the years, Arsenal have never really had the bottle to say it's not working. Thank you very much for all your efforts. Cheerio.
And that's the difference between Roman Abramovich, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid. They spot a dud real quick. They spot a dud real quick. So many of the Italian teams.
You remember we sacked? Do you remember
Roma sacked their manager after about 10 games the other week.
We sacked De Boer in 4 games. You remember we sacked Gasperini after 8 games. I told people this. Like,
even West Ham have sacked their manager.
You don't know ruthless until
he got
watch
sacked after
Interplay.
at Real Madrid. DJ, he lost 6 out of 14 at Madrid. Lopetegui, and they said, see you later.
Yeah.
Then they brought Fat Rafa in and sacked him after 23. Then they brought in fucking Ancelotti.
But at Inter, how many people, when you sack those managers within 5 or 8 games, what was the division within your fan base at Inter?
Nothing. At that time, of course, there was not a lot of social media. That was like 2013 and stuff. But from the people that I used to work with and like the people that supported Inter, my friends, I'm going to tell you something. You can tell in the stadium right away. And Lee knows this from Real Madrid. Inter lost with De Boer, I think 4 games out of 6. The fans booed right away. 6 games in the season. Just get out of here.
How toxic.
Like it was right away. No, Gasperini,
he's inherited a mess.
What's his name? Rafa Benitez, when he came to Inter, once we dropped to 3rd, the fans started booing. This team is good enough to win. You have to be out.
Bro, at Benfica, we announced a manager that won the league before. He announced Bruno Lage. In the unveiling on the YouTube channel, every Benfica fan will say we don't want him here. He won us a cup this season. Everybody's still Bruno Lage out.
I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, I actually like this Arsenal thing. When of course, guys, I do a lot of shows with a lot of the other side of the Arsenal fans, right? And a lot of them, one of the things that they say, and I'm just posing this as the other opposition, that's not my opinion, is that a lot of them say, maybe we go backwards and they're scared. Arteta got us to challenge and here and there. Maybe if we change
Mo, the reason why I've pushed back against them is because, again, it's like a domino effect, the mentality. It comes from the board, that it gets to the the fans, that it gets on social media, and that's what we have at Arsenal. The thing is, a proper owner who's ambitious doesn't need to work for a fan. I mean, come on. We've seen it at Chelsea with Roman, and we have to look at Roman because that's the closest example we've got to ruthlessness. And maybe Man City, when they sacked Mark Hughes, when they thought, hang on here, we're spending shed loads of money. Who's Mark Hughes? Let's get in Mancini. But at Chelsea, there's a lot of times when managers have been sacked when, for no reason, Ancelotti, he got sacked because he got knocked out of the Champions League quarter-final to Man United.
Time he got sacked.
And he did the double the year before. So I think what Arsenal needs, you shouldn't have to leave it in the fans. If you had proper owners who are obsessed with winning and, see the traps of the league as, that's a given, but just actually want to win titles, you don't need the fans to, because you take out the fans' hands. That's what proper owners do. That's what Abramovich did and Man City do. But the problem is, in England, especially at Arsenal, the top 4 is the key, is the alpha and omega.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Mo and the panel. I mean, I'm at the stage now, and I've said this before, I'm at the stage now, going into the Wolves game, I'm not confident. If Wolves are up for it, and Wolves attacking numbers, and Wolves really want it, no one fears us anymore. Honestly, I can't go into any game feeling confident. I think Zagreb game, there's part of me saying, we're going to win tomorrow. But again, I know from the moment that whistle goes and we start, and I know from the selection, you put Mourinho and Jorginho in midfield tomorrow. So straight away, it's going to play into Zagreb's hands because it's going to be slow. It's going to be predictable. And it's just going to be, and they've got a new manager in place and they've, I can't. I wish I could, guys. I really do. But I'm at the stage now with this manager where every single game that we go into, I'm not confident.
Yeah,
and I've never felt like that with an Arsenal team. Never.
No, I'm the same. I go into games now and I'm thinking, oh, we should win, but will we? And we're 2-0 up against Villa, and I can't sit there and be confident we're going to pick up 3 points. How? How is that
Ola sat on the
possible?
watch along and he was like, we need a third goal.
Mate, I love Ola. Ola's so funny, man.
He goes, we
I
need a
love Ola.
third goal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but that's how it is, Lee. And then when Villa bagged their first goal, straight away I turned to my boy next to me and I said, they're going to equalise. And he
There we
went,
go.
I know. He went, I know they are. I said, they're going to nick another one.
And I knew it would be Ollie Watkins as well, DJ. I knew
You
it
know,
would be.
yeah,
He ain't
exactly,
learned.
Dan.
He ain't
Exactly.
learned, mate.
And
They're
it's
about
just,
to take him off. They'll look at taking him off before he scored.
yeah,
They're going to get Duran on.
yeah. See, all Wolves have got to do against us in the league game, all they've got to do is just sit tight, be disciplined, watch the ball just get played around sideways and backwards, U-shaped football. And then when they do attack, they're going to attack in numbers and take their chances.
Up to Strand Larson. He can link the play. Matthias Cunha, if he's still at the time. Yeah. Sarabia, round the corner, boom, they're in.
It's not rocket science for any manager to play against Arsenal. I could set up against Arsenal, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I could set up against Arsenal Football Club and take them close if I had a team. Seriously, if I had a team in the Premiership,
I believe you.
they're easy, they're predictable, they're so easy to play against.
Yep.
I agree.
All you got to be is a bit physical. You just sit in front. You just two lines in front of them. Let them pass it around, and when you do attack, keep the ball and just be ruthless with it. And that's all you got to be against Arsenal.
That's the thing. We're a team waiting to get counter-attacked. Most of the important is set pieces seem to be our most direct way of creating chances because Odegaard, first 20 half, if you notice us in the first 20 minutes, we absolutely flying. We look like $1 million, especially when we get that first goal. And against Aston Villa, the first 60 minutes were fine. It was good football.
Well, that's what I was just going to say, Kenny. That's the first time this season for a long time against Aston Villa we came out flying, and that's how we were sort of 2 seasons ago. And that was the first time on against Villa that I saw that, and then it just went to pop.
It's not sustainable because of I still think that there's players in the red zone, but because of necessity, we're just going to have to pray that they don't get injured. And if they're injured,
they are going to.
Guys, you guys, I have to go, but I wanted to ask the three of you that you go to the stadium just for education. Are you guys minority in the stadium that are not confident when you go to games? I'm just out of curiosity.
I think we are. I mean, Kenny
the
in the minority, but I do think that it's starting to get to a stage where there's a lot more now that are starting to actually question what's going on. I would say.
I think there's an undercurrent of feeling. I think that, like the mood changed when we couldn't break down Everton. I think that was a turning point in the season in terms of the realisation that we can't win the league. Mathematically, we can, but the realisation that we can't break teams down. And then the Saka injury is not the stuffing out of the fan base because he's the only player we have that can, who's got that sort of je ne sais quoi to do something out of nothing, And I mean, when I mean something out of nothing, a cross, a set piece, a goal, drawing a foul, beating a few men, and just making space for everyone else. When you talk, and we have debates whether he's world class or not, but at the moment, he's our only top class player. He's levels above anyone in that team in terms of like being a match winner, and that's Odegaard. You have debates now. A lot of people will tell you Odegaard's our best player, Saliba's our best player. But I'll tell you one thing.
Our best player, real talk, Kenny. Sorry to cut in there. Our best player is Gabriel Magalhaes.
Yeah,
that guy should be our captain.
He can't win your game out of nothing, though. And that's the thing.
I can if we get a corner, Kenny.
But teams are working us out now.
But even them are drying up. I was just going to say, Kenny, even them are drying up. I mean, how many corners did we have against Aston Villa? Must have been about 16, 17. And not one of them we look like scoring. I mean, the game for me, Mo, getting back to your question, is where I sit, the people around me. I think the Ipswich game, I think that's when it really set in. Because that Ipswich game was absolutely dire. And I was watching those cracks get bigger and bigger and bigger against Ipswich. And I'm not kidding you. when I walked that stadium out of that Ipswich game, when I walked out of there, straight away I said, we ain't winning this league. We ain't winning this league.
It was obvious, wasn't it? All of
the reason why I'm asking, because we all know, that the Kroenkes will keep Arteta. But I believe the only way, if Arsenal want to change that mentality, if the fans in the stadium show the owners that we don't care. They stop buying merch, for example. After the games, it's diabolical. But that's why, Lee, I asked them, are they minority?
It's not going to happen because you walk out the stadium, Mo, and then you got tourists everywhere. You got tourists everywhere going in, and it's all, everyone's going in the shop and everything else, and you got the kids, and this is they've been sold. This is how they've been sold.
Brainwashed.
Now. The young fans of today have been completely brainwashed on this Arteta thing.
And because they've never seen us win a title, a lot of these people, they'll buy into it.
Wenger got more stick after 4 or 5 years than this guy has ever got, and he's only won 1 trophy. And
there's a section of the fan base.
To
me and Curtis were talking about it earlier, right, on his channel. There's a section of the fan base that are like, what are you moaning about? We ain't 5th and 8th anymore.
Really? Hold on. You can be serious.
That's what they've grown off on.
This is why I'm so aggressive and I'm angry, Mo, because I see this daily in my fan base. Yeah, they're happy that we're not getting banged 6-0 at Chelsea, 8-2 at Old Trafford. Yeah, they're just like, well,
okay. Do you ask them, Dan, when someone tells you that, do you ask them, it's this very simple question. Do you believe we should be winning the league this season? It's a yes or no question.
Because they always come back. I've asked these people, Mo, yeah, bro, this is why I get so aggressive and angry, yeah? And people go, oh, you're so obnoxious, you're so this, you're so... Yeah, I have to be, because I'm bored of this crap. Yeah, win or piss off, mate. I've seen us win 5 leagues.
I'll just ask them if they... I'll just ask them what their favourite subject at school is, geography or history, because they're clearly that young. They've never seen us win the league. I mean, like, it's just mad. When people say to me, we ain't 8th now, we ain't 5th now.
Yeah. Ask them what the difference between 8th and 2nd is. And they'll say, oh, but we're in the Champions League.
Yeah.
We can
attract better players.
Where are they then?
Bournemouth are 5th, so...
Yeah, but the thing is, the pundits, even the pundits now are drawn in with it. And when you listen to certain radio stations, they're saying,
DJ, that's why the reason they do that is because they know they can get the influencers on who are the fashion flavor of the month.
Not anymore. It's changing.
Because that's how they roll.
That is okay. So right, he got you competing, but anybody that says you got you competing, okay, how long? Like, okay, how many years?
No, it's changing that on British TV. It's changing that because they've looked at the 2 cup games, they looked at the performances of Everton, and they're thinking, hang on here. A lot of the pundits in this country had Arteta, had Arsenal as definite title holders based on footballing logic. Man City have got the 115 points case. Jamie Carragher, Jamie Redknapp, and Gary Neville had Arsenal winning the title. They're now questioning that, and they've been very critical of the football of the team and Arteta not getting a striker. And if it's coming from them, then it's going to trigger in the fans. They're reading the room.
Yeah, but then Kenny, what happens is, you get all these idiots online, right, and they are idiots that are then go and abuse Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville. Look at when we was 8 points clear that season. Gary Neville sat there and said, even though they're 7-8 points clear, they ain't going to win it. Man City will catch him. He got dogs abuse. He was getting trolled every day. So what happened the next season? He made Arsenal favourites and stuck with it all season. Why? Because it'd get him the most traction. Yeah, and this is where we're at.
Yeah, mate, our fans, obviously, Mo does a lot of shows with Arsenal. The reason why you do a lot of shows with Arsenal fans, and I say it respectfully, because I love the club, but our fans, they're a batch of pork chops. To the extent that there's so many Arsenal channels out there, and there's so many Arsenal fans who generally treat the football club like it's their brother or like their dad. That you're only allowed to talk about Arsenal if you're saying
dry lunch, Benny, aren't they? They're dry lunch.
Like back in the old days in the 80s, where we used to say we all agree Arsenal magic, Liverpool tragic, and every club's tragic. They're like kids, but that's the situation.
Oh, but referees, VAR. Yeah, why didn't they come out and cry about the referee and VAR in the Spurs game and the Man U game?
Another thing, they would never have Manu Petit, Arsenal legend, right? He was on and he was spitting out facts left, right, and centre the other day. Yeah, Martin Keown. This is what the club want. They want players like Martin Keown, Ian Wright, who is,
Ray Parlour.
Ray Parlour.
Parlour.
They want all players like this to sort of. It's all
money,
PR. They're the sort of players they want around the club.
Theo
Everyone
Walcott.
that's positive. Everyone that doesn't see are going to point out the facts.
And people like Stuart Robson, who's actually been captain of our football club, has been ostracised and gone out to ESPN.
Stuart Robson, Manu Petit, ex-players that are going to spill facts about the club. They don't want. They want players that are just going to.
Tony Adams don't comment against that. But the problem is, and I still think psychologically, the reason why we have a lot of this positivity is because Arsenal fans, a lot of the Wenger outs are Arteta ins. Now, for me, I see them as I won't even repeat the words I have for those sort of people, because the same logic they use for wanting Arsene Wenger out, they're now dismissed all that logic when it comes to Arteta. I think they're a bunch of bought shots.
We've all been to games where Wenger was on a 4.5-year trophy drought, a near 5-year trophy drought. Fans were weighing each other in. Yeah, this guy's by the summer. If you don't win nothing, it's 5 years. Yeah, but look how happy everyone is.
Yeah, but Lee, the thing is,
Wenger had credit in the bank.
Yeah, the fact is, a lot of these people regret the way they acted with Arsene Wenger. They're now saying they're very sorry and that they love the man thing. And so, what's happening now? You're having a situation where everyone wants to be positive. No one wants to be seen as that guy holding a banner up or using their platforms to say disrespectful things to the manager. Because the fact is, you've got things. It's embarrassing. Look how you acted. Look how you treated that man.
You're not one of us. You're not Arsenal. You're a Spurs fan. Yeah, the same geezers that are saying you're a Spurs fan were on their knees when Son missed it fucking against Man City on the
14th.
Treachery.
Go watch Spurs, I was told.
Well, you were told by who?
By one of the fans. Go watch.
In the stadium?
A couple of weeks back, yeah. If you don't
in the stadium, someone told you this.
Go and watch Spurs.
Well, we're infested beyond belief, mate. Cucaracha settings here. We are infested, mate. You've been going 50 years here, and you're getting told by some upstart how to support Spurs.
I just let it go. I'm like Kenny. I just let it go over my head because.
DJB, if someone said that to a fan 35 years ago, they got their
yeah, exactly, Kenny. I just let it go over my head, mate, because nowadays they can take your seat number, can't they? And then you're banned, and I don't want that.
Everyone reports each other at the club. Hey,
imagine telling someone that's been going 50 years, go and support Spurs because you've got
let me tell you something. Hey, DJ, do you remember the time when you're in the North Bank, you used to use your leg used to always, every time you used to come out of the football, your leg used to be wet and it'd be something hot. And you thought someone dropped a tea on you, but you know what they were doing, innit? They couldn't get to the toilet. Seriously, people used to wet themselves in the North Bank.
They were proper shots, mate.
Tell them.
He ain't even lying either, you know. Because every time I went hybrid, it stunk up.
When you used to drop your dry roasted peanuts in a bucket full of, like, in a pool of, you know what I mean? In a pool of what someone thought was lager.
I gotta head out, guys. It's 2 a.m. here.
Thank you so much, bro.
2 a.m. I'm in Cairo. 2 a.m.
All right, Mo. Same standards for Arsenal, yeah? Same standards for Arsenal, yeah?
I said it. You know. I said that. I actually, but just to be honest, there's a lot of people that actually now that I sad and Ash and said. He said literally, you have to win the league or the Champions League for you to stay. Otherwise, we just need a different voice. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of people change.
Guess what? At the end of the season, when we don't win either, watch them change again.
But we have the receipts and the clips.
Yeah, but they don't care.
Bro, I've got a present for you before you go. This is going to really wind you up and make you want to fight me. The Invincibles wasn't our best ever team. The 2002 team and the 91's better than Invincibles. Now go home. Go away, man.
Love, Mo. Take care, my
see
bro.
You guys. Appreciate you.
Take care. Thanks for coming on, man. Let's do these super chats before we get out of here. Big up to Russ, man. Doing a Russ legend.
Big up Russ always, man.
Russ, what we saying? New member. Evening all. The worry is that Kroenke's a bad businessman and does not have an escape strategy if Arteta fails. Do you know what? Just on this, right? I know people that have had discussions with Josh, right? when he used to do that, when he did that stupid thing at COVID, where it was like we were protesting to get him out. Someone I know asked him, "What's your exit strategy?" He said, "We didn't have one." That's how bad of a business manager he is. Every single businessman has got to have an exit strategy. This guy, even if he doesn't have one, should say, "Look, that's not something I want to discuss at the moment because I can't even see us leaving. All I want is to be around Arsenal." He's like, "We ain't got one. We ain't got an exit."
Same guy employed Edu, yeah, who said when we signed Sterling on deadline day, yeah, that he wasn't on our list. Yeah, but it was sharply.
Be excited, man. I remember. Be excited. This one's for you, Lee. Says, "Why don't you blame Kroenkes for keeping Arteta, Lee?"
If you watch my videos at the end of every single stream I do, whether it's on Dan's channel, North's channel, anyone else's channel, my channel, fan cams, whatever it may be, at the end of it, I say Kroenke out, and I've done it all season. So I don't know where you've been, SC, but thanks for watching, brother. Bless up. Big up to you. But Kroenke out. And it's not Kroenke out because he's not giving him the money. It's Kroenke out because of what you said. He's keeping him. Yeah, because if somebody came to me and said, "Yo, yeah, you ain't won nothing apart from an FA Cup 5 years ago, but we'll give you 15 mil." Yeah, I'm signing it as well. So I don't blame him. I blame them. That's why I say Kroenke out in every video.
Yeah.
100%. Twinny says, "Put these players in a Bernabeu with a Madrid kit, and I promise they win things. Madrid's club culture demands success, and our culture let them."
Dani Ceballos, by the way, has been absolutely balling out this season.
I remember him.
Dani Ceballos is better than Martin Odegaard will ever be. I'm not even taking the piss. There's a reason he's still at Madrid, and that guy's a fouled wonder kid, mate. Yeah,
see,
but he does.
With Odegaard, what I will say is I'm not as much of a hater of Odegaard as Lee, right? But what I will say is this: the fan base needs to stop making him out like he is the best number 10 that's ever lived on this planet, and is the best for Arsenal. Because I grew up watching Merce and Bergkamp and I had Mesut Ozil in the stadium. I didn't even rate, by the way, to the levels of some, but I think he's better. And then you got Santi Cazorla and Fabregas. Like, let's just be real.
Don't they do about our defenders, though? Don't they do about our defenders? They big out our defenders and mention them favourably ahead of Ball and Adams. And I always say, if you want to rate Martin Odegaard, you want to rate all these players, including our defenders, who everyone says the best centre half partnership in Europe, they've got to win things.
Yeah, facts. And even they've said that, Kenny. Saliba's said that openly. Yeah, which is why, this fan base are going to be in bits in the summer, mate, because Gabriel and Saliba are going to get a lot of traction this summer.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they really are.
SE come back and said he don't watch my content. Well, that was a stupid super chat then. Like, what are we doing here? You don't call the owners out. Well, you don't watch my content. I call them out every day.
You don't know
multiple times. Come on, bruv. Brother, come on. Respectfully,
he's trolling nothing. He must be
trolling. He's not trolling. He just don't. I've not called it out on here. That's what he said.
All right, sweet. Blaze said, "Lee, I'd rather be in your club's position and not sign anyone. Imagine your club linked to Garnacho, and we're about to give him a death row contract. I can't believe that. And it's just absolutely madness if that is true." Southern Gooner, big up to Matt. He says, "One lad this weekend said Arteta bought us from the pits of hell." More like we are on the way there if we keep this manager. Matty, you're a legend, man. That is so funny.
Bless up, Matty.
What is wrong with these people, man? What are the pits of hell?
They've never seen us win anything. That's the problem, And they've all been quadruple jabbed and had 15 boosters, mate. And they ain't got any friends, so they make friends online. And the only way they do that is by going, "Oh, well, Saka's better than Foden and Palmer." Yeah, well, let me tell you right now, Foden didn't score a goal until late December. He's now scored more league goals than Saka.
And Foden's back on form again now.
He's firing again.
Foden scored more league goals. Foden scored more league goals since December. Yeah, the Saka has all season. He's missed a couple of games.
Yeah, we know what's going on in the scenes with Man City. We know that they've been told his business is normal.
Facts, Kenny. That charges. Go on.
Sorry, Lee, but I was just going to say on the City, I can't see City losing many games between now and the end of the season, to be honest.
I can't see him getting
deducted points, mate. I can't see him getting deducted points.
They're getting a fine. They've already been told. That thing was supposed to be announced, right? The independent hearing. The results were supposed to come in January. Then it got nudged back to February. Now it's been nudged back to March. They already know they bust case. Yeah, and you know what? I hope they do. Fair play to them. Yeah, because all of our owners could do the same. Todd Bowley found loophole after loophole after loophole since he's rocked up, and he knows fuck all about football. He's a baseball guy. Yeah.
Why don't we just get rid of PSR league? Why don't we just get rid of PSR? It's clearly not done.
Because our clubs have all voted for it, Kenny, to try and lower the expectations to sell the dream.
But the Red Cartel have only got PSR in, and that includes us. Us, Man United and Liverpool. It's because they don't want teams like City and Chelsea to break.
But Kenny, all of these clubs pretty much have voted for it, yeah, because it's part of the game. Lower the expectations by hiding behind PSR. Yeah, so now we can go, oh, well, we can't spend. Yeah, we can't spend because PSR. Well, you voted for it.
Mm.
Yeah, now you get a manager in. Oh, it's a project manager. How about get a win now manager? Yeah, how about that? Then you got players that go on a little purple patch, like Garnacho, who scores a bicycle kick. That is 60 mil. He's the worst winger I've ever seen in the Premier League. He is trash, bro. And if you had to sum up here, social media football fans, yeah, as a football player, and how I'd expect them to look, it's him. Yeah, it's him. That's why he'll go Chelsea and not Napoli. No, real talk. He will not go Napoli, bro. He'll get chased out of town.
Rightly.
Ali D says next season we'll have to rebuild our defence again. Tierney, Kivior, Zinchenko all gone. Tomiyasu seems to be dead. Saliba, Gabriel will want to jump ship. And Gunnar Russ, big up to you. Basically, Russ is saying we've gone from needing a few players to starting the process again. Wait and see.
It's really on the manager. On the manager's fault. It's all on the manager.
When people say we need a rebuild,
I've been
we
saying,
haven't finished the build.
I haven't been saying it.
We haven't finished the build. And we still need a backup for Saliba or Gabriel. Yeah, we still need a backup for Saliba or Gabriel. We still need a backup for Raya. Yeah, because Neto, what's the point? Just cancel that. Do you know he's on 50 grand a week, Neto?
My God.
And we paid 2 million quid to get him on loan.
God.
2 million and 50 grand a week.
You'll have to do a wages stream again, Lee.
Goalkeeper that can't play the cups. It's just embarrassing. That's
and the cup that he can play, we've been knocked out of straight away by the worst Man United team in history, according to their manager.
And he didn't even play him. Mohammed says, big up the panel. For me, I want Arteta out. I want Xavi in. He's won the league with Barcelona without a transfer window and plays attacking football, and he's a winner.
No. He's a squad.
No, I don't want Xavi.
El Sapo. And North knows what that means. El Sapo. Yeah, he looks like a toad, bruv. El Sapo.
Looks like a toad. Arteta has an allergy to big strikers, anti-Arsenal. Netweed, big up to you, bro. Yeah, this no striker thing is mad. And this Cunha, like people saying he's a striker. Mate, you haven't been watching him. AMD, checked out for the season. I can't continue to watch these owners and this manager drag our badge through the mud. Slowly becoming the new Spurs. Enough's enough. KSC need to go alongside Arteta. I couldn't say that better myself, AMD. Absolute ledge.
Do you know the easiest way to get a manager out of a football club, right? Is just boycott the stadium for 3 games straight at home. They just empty the stadium out. We see this with Wenger.
Yeah? Won't happen.
3-4 games. No, they won't. Yeah, the easiest way to get an owner out is boycott every single home game. Yeah, for about 6 weeks. Yeah, watch how quick he sells up. Don't go in the shop. Don't go to games. Yeah, and when people go, oh yeah, and the way they do it now, if you don't go, they fuck your ticket up. Yeah, so you can only miss 2 or 3 games a season on the ticket. Yeah, so cool. Turn up at the stadium, put your ticket in, and walk straight back out. Now they know you've been there. They don't know you sat there. They know you scanned your ticket. Yeah, easiest way to get them out. AC Milan cleaned the whole stadium out and got their owners out. It's not rocket science.
Liverpool, to be fair, Liverpool did it, man. Liverpool did it, didn't they? When they put the season tickets up, they all left on the 70th minute because they went up to 70 quid, and then it sorted it out. So it's mad, really. This one, do you know what? I've actually got a statement to make after this super chat, right? So Jay says, I hope people are seeing what I see with Odegaard. He stole a career off the back of Saka like a parasite. Now he's dying without his host. Right, let me tell you a quick story on this, right? I'm going by the Tony Adams statue on, when did we play? Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday, right? After I'd done my interview, there's a guy who's come up to me. He says, Dan. I said, hello, mate. Excuse me. He says, I'm from Norway. And I just went, Martin Odegaard. And he went, I effing hate him.
Thank you fucking very much, bruv. I've got about 5% of my subs, yeah, my viewership, yeah. I got Norwegians in my chat all the time. And where I live, Dan, I'm not, bro, I need to start vlogging this shit. Right?
I couldn't believe
you can
it.
spot a Norwegian like an English guy, yeah. You can spot a Norwegian and English guy on holiday, yeah. Right. Every time I see a Norwegian, I go, Norwegian, yeah. Do you rate Martin Odegaard? Don't know why he's our captain.
They hate
him.
Yeah,
in my chat, I've never met a Norwegian in my chat that rates him.
I don't know if he's in the chat actually, like because he said he watches me. So if it is you, bro, I can't remember your name, but I don't even know you gave me your name. You said I don't like him, and none of us do. And I was like, wow.
Look at that comment now. I hate Odegaard. Yeah.
Can I just
rate him, bro.
Can I just say, listen. I'm not I'm not. I'm a bit like Dan. I don't hate Odegaard as much as some of them do, but. Can I just say one thing? Do you think Odegaard would be a lot better if we'd have signed a Gorkarez or someone like that in the summer?
No.
He would have had a strike.
He takes too many touches. The guy's not got no IQ.
Do you think he would have been able to, see a pass?
Do you know why? Yeah, DJ, you see the games live. Kenny sees them live. Dan sees them live. We see him on TV, so we follow.
He definitely takes too many touches. Yeah.
Right, but when we were playing Man City away last season, it was last season. 29 was making so many good runs off of the back of Diaz and I think it was Sakanji or Ake. Yeah. Him and Declan Rice, instead of sliding that ball straight through, I'm like, they take the extra. Why? Mesut Ozil sees that pass straight away before he's even touched the ball. Yeah. And the touch is the pass. Odegaard, the touch, he'll spin around and he does the Ronaldo thing. I don't know if you know this. Ronaldo's like this, isn't he? Yeah, right? But Odegaard's doing this fucking like this. He's running and he spins around, skippy little fucking. Yeah,
that's what comes back to the coaching, doesn't it? Because if you put Odegaard with a proper coach, he would have probably.
But they put him with a proper coach, and a proper coach binned him from Madrid because he's shit. Let's be real. He's crap.
I like Odegaard, but I'm not going to say that he's one of the best we've had, and that's what.
As soon as he got injured, and done that injury this season, Norway had their best 2 results and qualified out the Nations League, top of the group. 4 and 5-1.
No, I was just putting it out there. Where, if we had a proper coach, because all I'm seeing under this manager is players not improving.
Yeah, but DJ, this guy's been professional at the highest level for 12 years, 11, 12 years now. No, you can't coach that guy. The basic fundamentals are already set in stone.
I actually think
I think he can go up a level, but he ain't going to go to that level with a Cesc. Yeah, I think a lot of our players can go to a different level. Saka could go up multiple levels under a different manager. He could genuinely be our Salah. Like real talk. And I don't rate him that highly. I think he's a good footballer, Saka, but he'll have the output of a Salah. Maybe not level with Salah, but it'll be near or thereabouts. Right. Martin Odegaard ain't hitting that level, bro. Paul Merson right now. I'll take that 50-odd-year-old fucking fat fuck out of the studio and bet his boots on. Yeah, that guy would be our best midfielder today.
I think Odegaard is in comparison to Mesut Ozil. Odegaard's a harder working player. There's more graft for him.
I get that. That's fair.
He's got individual talent, but he's not at the level of Mesut Ozil. The reason why I was always hard on Mesut Ozil is because he's got so much world class ability that he made the game look so easy. But if I felt if he gave us the level of performances he did for Germany, and that he
move him and Odegaard together, we'd have a top class number 10. Move them together with the work rate and the natural ability that Ozil had, with the work rate Odegaard's got. I
actually think that Odegaard is actually more of an 8 than a 10. I've always thought
he is.
There we go. He drops deeper, doesn't he? Grant says we have a Labrador mascot to lead the blind fans. It shows the mentality of ownership when they try to sell a stuffed dog called Win to tourists. Wow.
Yeah, and nobody called that shit out, and we lost to Nottingham Forest, and Man City didn't kick a ball, and they won the league. Yeah, and he was sitting there to just, we like to win, so we called it Win. Yeah, and then we lose to Forest 1-0 away. City win the league, and our fans are sitting there like, can we see pictures of Win?
Talking of Forest, guys, I don't like to put a damper on it, but this Wolves game that we've got next is very similar to the Forest game we had last year.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Wolves, sorry, not Wolves.
Forest are in a similar position.
Forest are also going for Alex Baena and Cunha, apparently.
If they sign Alex Baena, I'm done. I'm supporting Forest.
Didn't they have a bid rejected for Johan Wissa?
Yes, they have as well. They're actually trying. They're thinking, right, that Maranakis, I know he's a nutter, but he's like, I'm going to show ambition and try and keep us into the Champions.
They do work for Maranakis.
Edu does, yeah. Edu does. So let's get rid of the chat before we close. Say again, Lee.
Because he's on gardening leave, right?
LBA, he's on garden leave from Arsenal, so he's still with us apparently.
Yeah, but he's still
Let's
putting
be
it,
real.
bro. If they sign Alex Baena, I'm done. I'm supporting Forest, mate. Yeah, that guy is a fucking baller, and they play him
Yeah, he
left
is.
mid. Yeah, he scored yesterday. They play him left mid. That guy is a number
Top player.
10.
Top
He is
player.
unbelievable, bro. And I watch that league every week. You know this, lads. Yeah, how long have I called him out for? Yeah, Benfica, North. You know this. You got Alvaro Fernandez at your club. Yeah, I was saying how good he was at left back at Granada last season. Yeah, he's unreal. He's Man United's
Guys,
best left
can I
back,
ask
and then
you
they
a
fucking
question?
gave him to Benfica.
Can I ask you a question though?
Go on.
It's a long shot. It's totally out of the box. But it's Hudson and Doy back to his best. Or is he just where he should be?
Yeah. He fits that. Big fish in a small pond. I don't
so I
want
think he suits Forest. That if you gave him an opportunity at a bigger club, it's a case where
1v1 demon.
See, I'd rather Semenyo or Brian Mbumo than
neither. They're both trash. They're both trash.
I'd
That's
rather
Semenyo.
I'd
That's
rather-
Semenyo's trash, mate.
I'd rather him than Cunha.
Do you know what
Problem
I'd
is,
rather?
what's
I'd
mad is
rather
they're all-
a guy that's going
they're
to
all walking
Ajax
to
for
us.
10 mil, yeah, who plays for fucking Valladolid. Yeah,
fair enough.
plays for Valladolid. Morrow, yeah, Raul Morrow, 10 million euros. He's going Ajax. And then what will happen? He'll blow up at Ajax, and then somebody will go and buy him in the Prem for about 55 mil. He'll light up the Prem, and everyone will go, where the fuck did they get him from?
Yeah.
What
He's
Brian?
a Valladolid,
Brian,
mate.
though? What about Brian
And
and Bremo?
Bremo's decent, yeah, but I'll be honest,
He's got
yeah.
pace.
Yeah, but
I like
when,
him. I like
when are we on the counter attack, Kenny?
It's true.
Yeah, we don't need players
Yeah.
with pace. We need players that can unlock a door like a Cesc, which is why Bayern.
We haven't
put
got, have we?
Bayern in number 10 and put Odegaard in number 8, we'd be a different team.
That's what I said. I honestly believe that, man. I do.
Yeah.
Lil Tim says, Dan, I'd take Fabregas as our assistant. He'll probably be our next manager, mate.
He's winding
with
Kenny.
Inter.
He's winding
That's
Kenny
it.
off. He's winding
No.
Kenny off.
Did say Ken? He's
That's
our
it.
next
It's on,
manager.
mate.
Told ya.
If
What I say,
that man comes to my club, it's on. That stress-free little
Pork
twat
chop, Ken, isn't he? He's a
comes to my
pork chop.
club. That man,
Hey, he
that
slapped up
man,
Udinese yesterday, mate.
he can slap who he wants, mate.
And he had 10
Slap
men.
him,
How
he
do you
can't
score
slap.
with 10 men?
Big up, Tim.
I
Big
don't
up,
want
Tim.
that man anywhere near my club. You know
Yeah,
how
well, he said of all things, I feel like Arteta was ruined Odegaard.
Fabregas.
Fair enough.
Ruined
Yeah, to
Odegaard.
be fair, I think he
Yeah.
probably has, to be honest. Odegaard takes too many touches, misses the opportunity to play a pass first time. He's missed a recycle. I rated Smith Rowe over him, but Arteta has got his favourites. And
Facts.
Suj has said, we had a rebuild and in phase 5, had a hurricane called Havertz and knocked us back to phase 1. We need in the rebuild the squad to compete again. Big up to you, Suj. Look,
I
man.
said that would be the final nail in that guy's coffin. Yeah, I knew that signing was going to bury him, yeah, because he sat in a press conference and said, well, we can't judge him for 55 games. Really? Well, Mbappe is getting judged after 3. Yeah.
Why
and he scored it.
55
And he
games?
scored. And he,
That's such a
I don't know.
weird
And he
number
scored
to
in
pick.
3 finals, by the way,
Morgan
Mbappe.
Gibbs
Yeah,
White.
since he's been at Madrid, he's been in 3 finals, scored in all 3 of them. Yeah, and they're booing him on the pitch on Thursday last week.
Mate,
Yeah.
I'd rather take Gibbs White than the others at
Gibbs
Forest.
White's got a better output, yeah, creates more than Martin Odegaard. Make that make sense. And I
Wow.
swear down, yeah, I would take Chris Wood at Arsenal in a heartbeat. And I said that when he was at Burnley. Somebody in the chat said, would you take Orizabal, yeah, in a heartbeat, bruv? That guy's a baller. Yeah, everyone's raving about Kubo. Yeah, Kubo, he scored a bad boy goal the other day. His goal was sick the other day. Unbelievable goal.
Is he the one who scored a winner against England?
Yep. That guy plays for Real Sociedad, yeah? They got a guy called Kubo there. He's basically the right-sided Matoma. Bang average, but every now and again it'll come off. His goal the other night was class. I can't lie.
What is it
unreal.
with these boss clubs that they're producing ballers, man?
Bro, it's Spain. The second, bro, I'll give you an example, Kenny. Yeah, we got rid of Charlie Patino. Charlie Patino can't get a game in the 2nd division. He's holding bench. Yeah, he's played about 3 or 4 games this season. Why? Because they produce ballers. You're not a baller, bro. Hold bench.
Yeah, but you notice the boss, they're not only producing ballers. If you look at Unai Emery, Basque, Areola, Basque, Lopetegui Basque. Arteta
Yeah, Arteta's the one there, but Arteta's he's the one. Right? There's a geezer at Bilbao. Everyone keeps waffling about this Nico Williams. Yeah, that guy is a scrub. That guy is the Spanish Doku. He is trash, bruv. Yeah, he is rubbish. Like, real talk, he's crap. His brother is better, Inaki Williams. We could do with him up front. Right, but there's a geezer who plays number 10 for them called Sanchez. Anyone in this chat who watches Spanish football, real talk, Sanchez is everything Arsenal fans think Odegaard is. That guy is a baller, bro. Yeah, that guy is a baller. Yeah, North watches Portuguese league, bro. North, there's enough ballers in Portugal, you know. Yeah, enough ballers, and we ain't talking about Fabio Vieira. Yeah, we're talking about proper ballers. Look at Conceição. Yeah, but he don't get GA. Bro, Conceição walks into Arsenal team and runs rings around everyone. He's 5'2". Brian Zaragoza plays. No, he's Bayern's player. Yeah, Brian Zaragoza. That guy is a fucking baller, bruv. Yeah, baller. But we won't buy these players. Then what happens is they go to other clubs. Yeah, they're a bit part player, or they go and blow it up. Then they get a move to the Prem, and it's like, where'd you find him? John Duran was 7 million euros. 7 mil. From Chicago Fire or whatever.
Yeah, from the MLS. Yeah.
7 mil. Why didn't we buy him?
Why aren't we putting in a bid for John Duran? Exactly. That geezer can't get a game for Villa now. He's being bought off the bench.
No quality in the market. But West Ham.
We need a market opportunity, guys.
Yeah. See, West Ham, they turn down West Ham. They're not. I think what's happening is that Unai's going to get them to fight amongst themselves, and he'd have to make a decision at the end of the season. If they're still in the Champions League, where they got a chance of getting in the last 8, and they're still in the FA Cup, aren't they? I think he's going to need both of them.
But the thing is, I mean, we're going on about strikers, but I still think we need 3, maybe 4 players.
Oh, easy.
Our left back is like all over the place. We've got no cover for Saka. We've never recovered. We've never bought a cover for Saka. We need a striker. That's obvious. We haven't got a creative midfield player, someone that can really create, run at players.
We need a backup goalkeeper.
We need a backup goalkeeper. Yeah. I mean, we're going on about one player, but this is what it comes down to. The summer window. It was a 0 for me, an absolute 0. I didn't even give it 1 because we're 5
you're
years.
Laughing, but I gave it a 0 as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm laughing because it's mad. It's honestly.
We're 5 years in. We're 5 years in. We're more or less. We're closer to February now. 5 years in, closer to February. Out the FA Cup, practically out the Carabao Cup. Champions League is probably out of our remit. So I don't know where we're going, guys. As I said, I think we need 4 signings.
Thing is, you look at our squad, right? We all know when everyone's fit, what the 11 is, right? But we need a backup goalkeeper because this Neto is just ridiculous. In my opinion,
we still need fucking Neto, mate. That's what we did.
Big time, we did, right? We've got to sort our left-hand side out. We've got no centre-back cover at all for Gabriel and Saliba, which means we need another 2 of them. If he all wants out. We've got problems in midfield because Jorginho and Partey are both probably going to be out of it, which means Zubamendi might come in.
We need Zubamendi.
We need a creative midfielder.
By the way, can I just say, Zubamendi is not signing for us in the summer. He's going past.
Yeah, well, whoever then. We're going to need players or whatever.
We're going to need number 6.
There's 5 you just reeled off.
Exactly, and then that's without the front 3, which we need a left, right, and striker. That's 8. So we're talking about 8 players coming in phase 5. What is going on here?
No, it'll be phase 6 by then, Dan.
5 years in, we need 8 players, mate.
But then they sit there and they blame the Cronkies. Oh, it's Josh, it's Stan. No, this motherfucker spent 700 mil.
Lee's had the money. Listen, I agree with the Cronkies. All owners can do better for a club. Every fan will moan about their owners, right? Every fan. But you cannot get away from the fact that this guy has had more than enough money to build a solid squad after 5 years of management.
He's cocked it up, though, isn't it? He's cocked up our left-hand side. We knew, even if you go back, when we were challenged for the title, he actually admitted that he cocked up the left-hand side because he was desperate to get Mudryk in for Martinelli. It's sacrilege, but he's been proven he still hasn't sorted out that issue that he had 2 years ago. Left-back situation, relying on an 18-year-old kid who at the moment is not in the red side. He's playing off adrenaline, and he's got people around him to get around him in matches. But we can't place our future on an 18-year-old.
Our best left back is Kieran Tierney.
Kieran Tierney's dead. Kieran Tierney's out of here. Kieran Tierney's
he's going to Celtic. Bless up my birthday brother, man. Go and win another title, my
KT, man. Love
Go and win another title, my
Play him centre half. Play him centre half against Wolves. And put Timber right back. Because if Partey goes right back, forget. Honestly,
he played when we won the FA Cup. He was in a free, wasn't he? He was in a free.
He was a centre half. He was a centre half. Yeah.
But
he's the last survivor, the sole survivor.
Exactly.
Yeah, of the starters that played that cup final. So as soon as he bins him at the end of this month, because he is going to Celtic, I already know this. Yeah, he's going to Celtic. Yeah,
exactly.
It's all but done.
I mean, what is it with our club that when we do buy, they're always injured? I mean, it's only this season. Partey's had a proper run in the team for like 2-3 years.
But that was one of them ones. That was one of them ones.
Do you know what I mean?
You know, it's DJB. The reason why I'm on this manager's back and he's in the dock. Come on, you knew what the schedule was going to be like with this Champions League format. You knew it's going to be 2 games every 3 days. Why?
Exactly.
If you don't have a big squad, which is criminal, at least rotate, man.
No, but Kenny, let me just cut in. Sorry, because I know Dan wants to wrap as well. Northside's still pissed from Benfica. Yeah, imagine the Brazilian Northside scored against Northside's team. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and imagine Szczesny doing bozo things as well to try and gift Benfica a win. He kicked the ball straight at Northside's head, brother, and it went straight in. Dan, if you ain't seen the goals,
I ain't seen it, man.
Right, he booted the ball, Szczesny straight. It hit Northside, Brazilian Northside, straight in the head and went looped straight in. What's funny? Anyway, my point is, right, if you actually look at it, right, we're sitting here and we're going, oh, but this and this and this. Bro, this guy has had enough money to go out there and build a top team. When he walked into this team, he had Emi Martinez, he had Kieran Tierney, he had William Saliba, he had Martinelli, and he had Saka, and he had Aubameyang, and he had Ozil.
Lacazette.
He had Lacazette, right? There's 8 players straight away. You can build a team around that. When Arsene Wenger walked into our team, right, he walked into the back 4, the goalkeeper. He walked into Ray Parlour, Wrighty, and Bergkamp. Right, so there's 8 players. And we know the level's different back then. However, he sprinkled a bit of stardust on that. Yeah, a little bit of stardust. Yeah, double. Yeah, then done another double. This manager's getting rid. Boom, boom. Let me get rid of our best players. Yeah, his best player that he's signed. Yeah, the best player he has signed. This manager is Gabriel Magalhaes.
100%.
Yeah. Right? And you know what? He has done a full 100 on me, a full 180 on me, a 360, whatever, because he had so many bozo moments. But as soon as he stumbled on Saliba playing there next to him, which, by the way, he loaned out, when he was ready, and the only reason he played him there, for Rob Holding, Kolasinac, Callum Chambers, and all these, man, right? Even Xhaka played centre-half at one point, El Neni, right? But the only reason he stumbled on that back pairing, that centre-back pairing, is because Ben White was so shit at centre-back, right? Yeah. So Saliba comes in, they look great together. He puts Ben White at right-back. Ben White at right-back is actually very good. Everything he's done and every signing he's brought is to replace a fuck-up like a Ben White. So he's brought in Timber, because... so now he can play Timber, but then he's played him left back. He's brought in Calafiori. He brought in. He played this player here. He brought in this. Everything he has done is to replace a fuck up he has done. Yeah, because this is why you look at it and you go, bro. If you gave Ancelotti 700 million quid and gave him 5.5 years, are you telling me we ain't winning the Champions League? Yeah, or at least getting to finals? You're telling me we are not winning a league title? If you gave Unai Emery 700 M's, I don't think he'd win us a league, but we would have won in Europe by now. Yeah. Would have won something. Yeah. This guy, fair enough, he won a cup. Yeah, but when you look at Arsene Wenger when he inherited the team that he inherited, and he sprinkled the fucking Nelkers and all these players,
Petit, Overmars,
Petit, Overmars, he had 8 core players that were already there that you could say, I can build around that. I just sprinkled the stardust.
Yeah.
This manager had 8 core players and he fucking binned most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
I agree.
Exactly.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And you forget as well, like Emery, like people say it didn't work at Arsenal for him. Look, I agree. He had to go because of the way that things ended. The problem we got is it was a completely different structure back then. We had Raul Sanlei, Hus Fami. We had, who was that agent, that Brazilian agent? Kia Jarapscan. All these guys that we were trying to get, Willians and David Luiz and all this.
Right, Willian sussed him out real quick. Yeah, come, you'll win the Champions League in 3 years. He bounced before we even qualified for the fucker.
He's like, no, we won't. And he just went, get me out.
And on
his
his last game, he scored. He got a hat trick of assists in his first game, innit? Yeah, did nothing for the rest of it.
Away.
Oh,
and then he scored on his last game and said, "Yeah, see you later."
I remember he scored against West Brom or something, and then that was it. It's like, later, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
do you know what is funny?
Actually, or volley or say he scored a mad goal. I was like, this sums up Arsenal, mate.
This is hilarious as well. Not that I believe these rumours, but let me just share this because this is bloody funny. Transfer news live.
Here he is, north side, Brazilian north side, bro. Brazilian north side, bro.
Barcelona are bracing themselves for a €100 million bid from Man City for Rafinha. Arsenal have also shown interest, but they won't be able to compete financially.
Have they shown interest in? Yep. Oh, by the way, I slid in Shakira's DMs earlier and asked her if I can take her out on a date. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I know that she ain't interested. I know I can't compete with fucking. Get out of here, bruv.
Oh, these
same Rafinha we tried to sign before he went to Barcelona.
Honestly, man, people will like read that and go, "Oh my god, we're gonna bid for Rafinha." People will believe this stuff, man. This is
but certain channels will be all over that tomorrow.
Yeah,
they will. 100%.
When Declan Rice signed for us, but Man City were in. They put a bid in. No, they never bid for him. They never bid for him. He rejected Barca, Madrid, Bayern, and Man City to come to Arsenal. Yeah, well, he's a fucking loser then, isn't he? Yeah, because if that is true, he's a loser then. Let's be real.
Hey, Lee, we tapped up Declan Rice on Boxing Day, the Boxing Day before in 2023. Just when he got interviewed after the match, the way he was bigging us up, I thought, yeah, we're getting him. And originally, the plan was to play him and Casado together. They were going to be like Thomas Partey. Wasn't it? Yeah, him and Casado being number 6, and he would just be like a double pivot. That was the plan. And then Mudryk would play on the left because they're going to bin off Martinelli, but he only dropped that in.
How many more bloody left backs and left eights and all left strikers are we going to actually have goalkeepers that we're going to have to go through before we actually get one that's half decent? Because we still haven't upgraded.
The best goalkeeper we've got is Emi Martinez. I mean, he's at Aston Villa. And he was playing for us the other day. He threw 2 in the back of the fucking net.
He did, man.
How are we going to listen? I mean, Saliba's out now, and he reckons he's going to be back for the City game. We'll see. But let's real talk here. Let's say Raya got injured. Say Raya just got injured. Where are we going to be then?
Neto. Neto process. And if Neto don't go and goal, we'll put Setford or the 16-year-old boy in goal.
We'll put Partey in goal. There you go, Thomas. There's your gloves. Mate.
Probably better than fucking Anana, mate.
Chris Welch, big up, man. Do you remember this? Eddie Aluko. Arsenal told City to bid for Rice so Arsenal could get him. Do you remember that? That was
How does anyone listen to this woman, by the way?
That is one of the funniest things I've ever. And the way that she was like serious about it, like, yeah, this is. Everyone's just looking at her like, huh? Honestly,
Jermaine Pennant actually ruined her, and Simon Jordan was lost. You just ruined her by looking at her.
Yeah, so if Simon Jordan opened his mouth and spoke to her, mate, she'd be bamboozled. She'd be like, "What's that word mean?"
Simon Jordan is the only one who says it out. He's on TalkSport. He's class, mate. I mean, he's bloody funny. Anyway, listen, people. It's been a pleasure. It's been 2.5 hours. Mad. Absolutely mad. Big up to everybody for super chatting, man. You guys are absolutely mad. I really appreciate it. Big up to everyone for listening as well. And look, I've got to say, do you know what? LB's raided. I was just about to raid him. Big up to you, LB. I appreciate you, my bro. Thank you so much, mate. Look, man, I've got to say, Arsenal got 3 games and they're all must wins now. To be fair, it's not just the 3 games that are must wins. It's must wins to the end of the season.
I've got a big prediction for you. your transfer deadline show is going to be very, very quiet next Thursday.
Brother, I don't even know if there's any point me doing one, mate. Real talk. Like, what is the point of us doing one of them? We're going to be talking about it, thinking, what is there to actually talk about? Now, I'm saying, no, seriously, it's like, what is actually the point of us doing this? Like, I just, honestly, I do not understand it at all, man.
Can I just, before you, sorry, Dan, before you go, can I just say something about how important it is tomorrow's game? I know it's like Zagreb, but the reason why it's important tomorrow is because we don't want to have to go through a playoff.
Oh,
because what Kenny was saying earlier on about players are on their feet, injuries, Rice looks knackered, Timber looks knackered. Can you imagine if we have to go through a playoff to qualify for the next stage? So tomorrow is a must-win game.
Oh, 100%. I think we will win. I think that, I think Trossard will turn up. He loves the Champions League, and I think the slower pace of the game will actually suit our players, because it's not the kind of like intense, like pace that we play in the Premiership.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, guys. I think I don't know.
Listen, it's going to be very, 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 very quiet, and it ain't going to be a good, as you say, Kenny, transfer deadline day show. Big up to LB, man. You're a legend. I was literally just about to raid over to you, man. So big up for you for coming over to us. Going to be going over to Flawless. Let's redirect you over to him, man. Big up to Flawless. Always a legend.
Big up Flawless.
A lot of time for Flawless, man.
Flawless and LB. Can I just say something very
quickly?
quickly? DJB said a minute ago it's a must-win game tomorrow because we don't want to go through a playoff. You're absolutely spot on there, because have you seen the teams that could be in that playoff?
Exactly.
Real Madrid,
exactly.
Dortmund, AC Milan. No, is it AC? Is it AC? No. Who's the other one? Benfica. Well, they're kind of high up. Yeah, but there's so many teams in that. Man City. I don't know if it's.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you don't.
Man City 24th. Man City 24th in the
they
league.
got PSG away tomorrow. Yeah, and PSG are 25th, I think.
Yeah,
they'll batter PSG. PSG is shit, bruv. Yeah,
Lee,
they'll batter them.
Honestly, I think tomorrow's really important.
Yeah, I think we'll beat them because they've had a month without a game. Yeah, but on the flip side of that, they've played a couple of friendly games. Right, they played a couple of friendly games. Man said there's Northside calm down yet. Nah, Northside's been super quiet. Like LB, North has been mad quiet. This is the quietest I've ever seen him.
Yeah, man.
In the time I've known him.
He's tapped out, bro. He's tapped out. He's finished,
bro, and he came here for aesthetics, bro. Yeah, and do you know what the mad thing is, LB? Yeah, the Brazilian version of Northside scored the winner.
He's not laughing. Look, he's not reacting. Look,
he's not happy
because he's about to look at the eyes. He gave me the dagger. Pause. He gave me that death stare. Okay, North, I'll behave. Yeah, he's not on Maggie's anymore. He's gone to the. Go on, laugh, man. Come on, laugh.
I'm tired of football. Bro. I'm tired of football. I'm tired of football. You know what I mean? So this is what.
I'll get out here and we're going to play golf in it.
I was happy in Colombia, bro. I don't want to live here anymore anyway. I don't want to live here. I don't really want to do the content anymore.
Come on, mate. You need to be here, man. There's loads of things for you, mate, in this country. Apart from the weather.
Nah, F England, mate. It's a shithole. Like, real talk, it's a dump.
Sponsor me to move, bro.
Yeah. We need to set a GoFundMe up, man. Northside Fund. Yeah, it supports Benfica, who are shit, albeit winning a trophy this season, and it supports Arsenal, who are shit. Yeah, and look at him, man. Look how happy he was on holiday less than a week ago. And then he's come back from holiday. Aston Villa beat us. Or drew with us, sorry. Yeah, and then Benfica bottle a 3-1 and a 4-2.
And then Rant's raided. And
Rant's raided, and the whole chat just went mad on him.
It's not the time to raid, bro. Like, it's not the bro, real talk. Nah, do you know what? Yeah, because it just gets me more
they were
angry,
doing
bro.
a madness in his chat as well. I swear.
They were taking an absolute piss, bro. And it's just like, nah, bro. We just bottled the game, bro. Like, love for the raid, but I don't want the raid. That's not.
Be bigger than them Northside. You know that. You know that, man. You'll come out fighting. Don't worry,
bro. She was trying to sleep. Bro.
That's why when Northside's got the earmuffs on, he's had a text from wifey, Mrs. Northside saying, "Yo, you're too loud."
Yeah,
and I can hear it coming through the monitor or computer now. And he's put the
Hey,
earmuffs.
we get that all the time. All if you live with like, I used to get that from my wife or two when I was doing podcasts too.
I'm getting it all. Yeah, man. Honestly, why do we do it? I mean, I came out against the Villa game, mate. I was like done. That it just completely wiped me out. That whole night, the evening, the weekend.
It's what we do.
I
It's
was
what we
like,
do.
and we drew 2-2. It felt
like a loss.
Yeah,
it's the anticipation of match day, though, isn't it?
But this is what our team's doing for us. I mean, it's just not healthy. It really ain't healthy.
It could be worse. My missus just texts me now. Oh, I'm on my way to the airport. Make sure you're there at 11:10 Spanish time. Yeah, good luck if I ain't getting Uber. Yeah, fucking this joker tucked me up for tickets. Yeah, she's been out there. What? She went out on the 6th. Yeah, so she's back 22nd. It's 22nd now. Yeah. She's like, oh, baby, she phoned me up on Thursday. Oh, baby, she's ringing my phone off the hook, and I was having a siesta. Thursday or Friday. Oh, can you check flights? Yeah, it was Thursday. Can you check flights? I said, yeah, for when? This weekend. I was like, are you taking the piss? Friday flight was 460 odd euros. I was like, that ain't happening. One way from Bucharest, yeah, in Romania back here, right? Saturday, Sunday, no flight. Nope, there's flights. Yeah, there's flights. I said, well, you fucking check then. Yeah, I said, there's no flights. You know what she's like, innit? You get this with your miss. Yeah, Eastern Europeans and South Americans. No, you must be lying. Yeah, they do. You must be lying. I was like, there's no flights. I said, Monday, it's about 290. Tuesday, yeah, it's about 300 odd. Wednesday, it's about 215. But now, because she's going with Wizz Air, you can't just take hand luggage on. You understand? You have to pay 35 fucking euros for, or 35 quid for. Yeah, then all in, it's tucked me up for 300. I'll make sure you're there, baby. I ain't even read her text. Yeah, I ain't even read it. She's just texted me now. She's on her, I guarantee. Yeah. Please send me the code for Netflix. Fucking bro, I swear this woman does my brain in with Netflix. Yeah, I don't even watch Netflix, bro. Yeah, a boy, a daughter, and her do my brain in for Netflix. Yeah, I swear down. Can you send me the code so I can download some stuff to watch on the plane? Piss off. Yeah, look.
Send us some Arsenal videos.
I'm not even taking the piss. Yeah,
send us some Arsenal videos
so I can download some movies on my phone. Yeah, now that I have an hour. Yeah, no, she's still typing. Leave me alone.
Send her the Arteta Netflix Arsenal film.
Amazon, all or nothing. I'll give her my Amazon. Yeah, Amazon
documentary, All or Nothing. That's 9 hours of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, guys. Yeah, you'll never walk alone. And then we're going to get banged 4-0. Noon Tavares, your boy. Yeah, your boy fucked this up.
My boy.
Yeah, your boy.
I remember man. I remember that game. Did you go to that game, Kenny? That Anfield game? The one where we lost after that we blasted out the speakers. I was at that game. That was unbelievable.
I was watching it at home. I watched the interviews afterwards, though. I think it's when one of the guys' contribution. I think his song went viral, wasn't it? When he was talking about one sniff, two sniff, three sniff. Do you remember that song? One sniff,
two
sniff. Yeah.
It's just pork chops, Kenny.
I was there, man. Pork chop. I was there that game, man. I'll never forget that, man. Well, after blasting out the speakers, and we went and.
Do you know what was mad? Yeah. Do you remember when we played them in the League Cup semi? And Minamino skied the sitter over the bar in stoppage time, yeah. And Ben White was like,
laughing we went out.
If I was Minamino in that second leg, yeah, I swear down, even if I played or didn't play, I'd be on the pitch going, yeah.
I went to that second leg, man. That was awful, that second leg.
Same, yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Anyway.
When Xhaka two-footed Jota?
No, that was the first leg.
That was the
first leg. That was the Anfield, yeah. So that was the first one. And then Partey got sent off in the second leg, I think, didn't he? He literally come off the pitch from Ghana, off the plane, and then just
It was like, fuck that.
Went and sat back down.
We've got the Newcastle game soon, haven't we? Carabao Cup, that'll be coming up.
Just to cheer anyone who's going to that needs to be sedated, and they who's ever going to that. That is going to be absolutely painful.
You're not going, Dan?
No, I am not.
You going Girona? Anyone going Girona? You going Girona, DJ?
No,
I'm not going. I'm going to wait. I'm going to do a European away, I think, but I'm not going to go yet. Well, wait to see what happens. But yeah, man. Listen, people, big up to every single one of you. Thank you for all the super chats. Absolutely mad. DJB, thank you, my bro. Kenny Ken, thank you. Northside
Thanks for having me
LDN
on.
people. Make sure you go follow. There must have been some absolute drama and chaos earlier on, so everyone's going to be checking that out, I'm sure, North. So big up to you, my bro. And Lee Gunner and Lee Reacts. Let's make sure you get over to him as well. And yeah, listen.
Yeah, Premsy as well, Brandon. Let's
Oh,
up to
man,
them. Big up the
Premsy.
chat as well.
Love Premsy.
Yeah,
Love
who we
Premsy.
raiding? Is there any fucker we like?
Yeah, flawless, man. Flawless. We're going to send him,
up Flawless, man.
that way. Love flawless, man.
And I'll see
so yeah,
you
big up to Brandon.
see you all Wednesday. See you Wednesday.
Love.
I'll see you guys
absolutely.
Wednesday.
Cronky out.
Love.
Take care, guys.
Take care,
Take
mate.
it easy, big.